Happy New Year 2024, and welcome to episode 3 of the debated podcast on VooVix TV. Joining Jordan, Letso, Cabello, Warren, and Thando on this week's show is special guest Nicole Watson from Real Housewives of Jo'Burg.
You say you're bad man, you don't want
You took my language away from me and taught me another language, therefore there are words and things that we cannot experience.
If Africans unite in the same language, they get to meet success.
I got raped when I was young.
Komota is my cousin. Most Chinese are from South Africa. What do you say about that?
They're coming in the air.
The debated podcast on VooVix TV.
Oh yeah, man. You know what? I see what you guys were saying about December now. You guys go hard.
How did you guys? What was your December event?
Bro, okay, first of all, I missed you guys. I'm not gonna lie. I missed you guys. But it was a jump. Bro, you know me, dog.
Yeah,
I don't turn up small in there. I turn up, dog.
Big time.
Big time. Colors. But
But I would lie. It was honestly, it was a jump. It was a jump. We had the most craziest time in my family.
You know, it's the
like,
craziest time. They chilled by the booth the whole time. But
With the sound.
the smallest car, the sound system is the whole time.
Yeah.
Literally.
That is so true. So am I still allowed to explain my crazy stories, Jordan?
What would the podcast be without your crazy story?
So guys, let me tell you. Right?
Fire!
So I went to the salon with my cousin, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when we got there was like this lady was like to me, so what's on your mind? And I was like, girl, what?
In the new year?
No, wait, hold on. Why not do my? What's on my mind? It cannot, guy. Where does that get involved? But I realized that she just cares. Like there's just people that want to know, like, are you good? And you know, like there's days where you actually want someone to ask you, like, are you okay?
But that's why there's an entire movie called The Barbershop.
Really?
Because that's literally the
the guys will tell you when you go to barbershops, like we have intense conversations. That
Guys,
you don't want to hear about.
Guys, listen, can we stop with our famous barber?
Yes, that thing. And that guy, the spray guy.
We've left it in 2023. We're now in the new year.
I don't know about this.
Like, you know when they get you lined up, right? When you're lined up and it's fresh,
It
right?
looks like shoe polish.
And then they come in and
The dye.
They put dye in there? No.
Yeah. Not dye for boys.
To line it up and everything. We're in the new year.
I know exactly where this gent has been.
Can
Before his line up.
I ask her, when you see someone dye in the head, do you know? Like, you know instantly.
It's a signature.
It's a December thing.
It's a thing.
It's not a December thing.
It's where this change alcohol.
Oh yes, definitely you do.
And then when it rains,
you from
starts dripping
legends.
down your face.
You're not a legend, but you
Guys,
can't legend.
we're already in 2024 and we've already started.
Okay, what are we leaving behind?
Yeah.
Wait.
Well-
Can I just say, guys? Please.
Nicole, wait. It's 2024. We've got to start new. Welcome, guys, to the Debated Podcast. And I hope you guys had a great 2023. We are right here in a brand new year. It's 2024. And you know, it's the episode 3. And we had to bring one of our favorite guests on the show. And she's like a family. I feel bad calling her a guest because she's really not a guest. She's a family member. Get it for Nicole Watson, guys. Nicole Watson. Guys, remember from the last episode when Nicole appeared, it was literally
crazy.
Very crazy. Oh my word.
When you watched it, it was next level. So we are back on a new year, and I hope a happy new year, everyone. Happy new year. And you know what they say, right?
No, please don't.
You have to start the year as you want to end the year. We ended the year very successful, celebrating. And look how we're starting the year.
Exactly how
we're starting the year
yes.
great. So I'm not going to waste any time, right, Nicole? As we did in the last show, you're going to do the honors and go into the magic box. And also, as we say, it's not that kind of box, guys.
Yeah. It's still not that kind of box.
Even in the new year, it's not.
All right.
Let's go.
Hot box.
Okay.
All right. Pick a good one. It's a good one.
I hope it's not boring.
No.
Oh,
Things have not
We are
changed.
black guys.
Things have not changed.
all right.
I like how she just,
He said no.
Jack and Daniels, very strong.
Very
Those two boys are very strong.
Ooh, I think we got
Okay, we got something.
Okay,
We got
that's
something.
the
Let's
first
go.
one,
Let's go.
guys.
Don't know what it is, but we got something. Go on.
Okay, before I proceed, just into the fucking year quietly. I don't want to hear about New Year, new me, is my
Just shut it.
up!
Just shut it.
Sharp.
Just shut it.
Esh! Bongoni!
Keep the year like your sneaky links.
I don't have one.
Close it.
No, I'm
Grenades. I'm very sorry.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
And to the ones that we've cut off.
Have to say
Deuces.
bye-bye, yo.
No, how are the romances?
Yeah.
The holiday titilizations.
Ah, dude.
Eh?
Yeah.
The nyovis.
So Jordan, right?
Stick to his script. Warren's about to die first.
He was about to.
He was
Why
about to
is it
Warren- Warren's-
Come on, September.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
I do not accept them.
Warren's fully committed.
Should there be a common language for all of Africa, or should we? It's giving Gaddafi, or should we continue teaching the colonial language of the colonizers in schools? Zulu, Swahili, Afrikaans, I don't recognize. Should Swahili be taught in schools, or should Africans have a common language or a colonial language? Okay, so
Why do I need to know Swahili?
should there be a common language for all of Africa? Number one.
No.
Yes.
Or should we continue teaching the colonial language of the colonizers? It's giving Wakanda forever. And I say this, I love this, that it's the first topic, right? Because it's time for a deep moment.
Yeah.
Your language is your identity, your language is your roots, and the medium of communication is language. So, call me by my name, you call me by my ancestors, my forefathers.
Yeah.
You took my language away from me and taught me another language, therefore there are words and things that we cannot experience
Yes, 100%.
and express. However, with Nguni tongues, there's a common thread as you travel up Africa that can be traced.
Definitely.
Facts. So,
Okay.
one Africa, one voice, one power.
But
Okay.
who wants to learn
I hear you
Swahili?
100%, right?
Girl,
Now, for me on my
hi.
side,
Oh my God.
being someone,
Trying to learn Swahili.
so
But you're Hakuna Matata.
That's all we
Force
know.
it through. Force
There's
it.
no way.
know, right?
Force it.
Wakanda
So you know,
forever.
right? Being someone that actually like I'm Afrikaans speaking, I was raised Afrikaans. Now, I just want to say publicly, firstly,
Go Boca. Go
we do not
Boca.
speak Afrikaans that was spoken by the colonizers. I'm talking about my people specifically, right? When we're speaking about my people,
Girl,
we
it's
are speaking
layered.
about
It's layered.
colors.
Let's talk about, and I love that we're here.
Now
In
that
the new
we are-
year,
in
we're
the new
starting
year.
something.
2024.
You
I
know?
love that we're here.
2024.
And it's one of the big issues that I have. What am I? What would you identify me as?
A woman.
Sitting next to Warren.
Yellow bone.
Sitting next to Warren. Sitting next to Warren.
A colour.
Right?
Woman.
Awesome.
Assumed
But
colored.
you look
Right?
like you're colored.
Yeah.
Me, I would say
Oh,
black
yeah.
woman.
Thank you. But assume
That's what I was-
when I go, if I went to visit Warren in the hood,
In deep in the...
aware.
I'm going to be visiting with you, just so by the way.
So that's my chat, right? And so I chose very early. My family does identify colored, does identify black, but my grandmother and my grandmother's mother, Zulu.
Okay.
And on my dad's side, Xhosa,
Okay.
right? But it's only because I cared about that. Because the Gombe style
Okay.
is Afrikaans.
Exactly.
And Afrikaans as a language is not a pure language. It was the Dutch people that traveled
Yes,
here
and then they
and were speaking
diluted it.
Fanagaloga.
Yeah.
Dutch.
Basically. Kis
So how is that your language?
So reason I'm saying my language, right? Because of the fact that let's put it in. Let me say a sentence in Afrikaans. Nebra ons wheat is so. So when I say that,
That's not Afrikaans though. That's
It's
slang.
Afrikaans.
It's slang.
No, but it's the colored Afrikaans.
It's slang.
You understand? The Afrikaans that we speak, you're not gonna find any colored person, whether it be from any colored location. They're not gonna be speaking that type of Afrikaans of like, yeah, except for
Save
your-
your Savor.
Exactly. So our language, our Afrikaans is a big mixture of what they call Tromtaal, which is jail language in South Africa.
And then go into Kapsa, shit. It's actually a dying language that they were trying to preserve because in the early days, as you're saying, there's lots of derivatives of the history.
Exactly.
What is it called, man?
I'm not too sure.
It's the
But I
Malay
get you.
Afrikaans.
Yes, Cape Malays. I hear you 100%, and I agree to that. And that's the reason why I say that. I feel that personally in Africa, everyone should have the right, the way that it is currently, everyone should have the right to speak what they want to speak
But
and learn in what they want to learn.
Let me take you deeper. So as our color, right? Brownish, yellowish. Your actual origins,
Yes.
if you trace them,
Yes.
you will find either Xhosa,
100%.
Zulu, Khoisan.
Exactly with me. On my side, I know exactly where my actual, like, I did some research on my history.
Good.
So with me, how our family and how our bloodline came, it's actually Scottish mixed with Xhosa. Right? So that's from my mom's side. It's Scottish mixed with Xhosa. And then on my father's side, it is Xhosa mixed with Khoisan. So in all rights, I'm not saying I'm Xhosa, Mara.
Who come prate ka?
Afrikaans.
Not cut in that, but down.
Can I interject?
Can
Can I interject here? If I'm interjecting here, I want to start by when we talk about language, we have to talk about Africa, not South Africa, Africa as a whole.
Yeah.
And when we talk about colonialism, we have to go into the fact that Africa wasn't called Africa when it was colonized. People say Azania, people say Akabulan. You know,
What do those words mean, by the way?
And then you got to understand is
Eden.
it's got Garden of Eden, motherland. When you say it's the motherland,
We
says
are
Africa,
Eden.
This is the Garden of Eden. But the thing is, it doesn't take a genius to. If someone describes the Garden of Eden, where there's agriculture, there's free food, there's minerals, there's diamonds, you've been hoodwinked. Everything that's of essence is in Africa. So now let's talk about language. There are countries you go into Africa that they speak 400 languages in one country.
Nigeria.
You understand what I'm saying to you?
Yeah,
Like,
there's
you'll be so
Yoruba,
surprised.
there's
You will not
Wadwa.
just-
No, those are lies
So-
because there's dialects inside of those
language,
things.
there's dialects, there's things that are going on
There's
there.
no such thing as Nigeria.
Then you include a language that was created to cast spells, which is English, and a derivative French, which has come from Latin and everything else. So you include these two languages that have been made to cast spells. And we talked about it in the first episode. So you're talking a language
Spelling.
that everything you're talking about is not what you're talking about. So then you say, okay, well, that's English and French. Let's go the Afrikaans. When I hear Afrikaans, for someone who has lived in the West for a long time, I was born in London, I was born in the UK, and I've traveled to Germany,
like
and I've traveled
Afrikaans.
and I hear German in Afrikaans, I hear Dutch in Afrikaans, and I hear a language that's quite something that's not Kush, Kemite, and not Al-Kabulan. Why is that so important? Because the language you have determines things that happen to you. Because we're saying, we talked about it.
Part of the tongue.
The part of the tongue, you're saying a lot of things that happen to you. So sometimes we defend. And in Africa, it's weird because we're not just defending our languages, we're defending sub-languages that are a derivative of the colonizer's language, right? And it doesn't matter, and as I say this very, it doesn't matter if you're of mixed background, right? The fact that you have African or Al-Kabulan or motherland ancestry, that takes over. That there is nobody can ever.
Period.
Let me tell you something. That nobody can ever argue that if you put water here and you put something into water, what takes over is the hard mixture of the origin. The origin will always take over. So whatever you have is not denying what you have as if you're mixed with it. And here you call it colored. That's a word in America that's not used. We just call
Topical.
Tyler.
Tyler. I was about to bring that up.
Tyler's
Actually.
very good.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. But what people don't understand is, if you go to Ethiopia, which we have a branch in Ethiopia, a business in Ethiopia. You go to Ethiopia, you see girls who are guys who are of dark skin color, and their hair is as long as here, and they look they're all complete. And then you go next door to Ethiopia, you see Eritrea, and you see people that look like them. And they're like, they don't think they're the same. And they've been fighting for years saying that we're not the same. And then you go next door to, you go Somalia. And you see they have this big hair. And then you find out, and you see the Egyptian girls.
And then Kenya.
And you see the light skin. And you see the dark skin. And then you understand, you go to Australia. And then you
same
see
kind of people, the Aboriginals.
But you see Aboriginal, blue eyes, blonde hair, not dyed hair, blonde hair, blue eyes, dark skin, looking completely different. And what that says to you is, it's not the mix. It's the fact that once you are, it's even in the Bible, once you're connected to the origin, because the origin race, they've traced it on DNA, is from here. It's from Africa. So once you're connected, you are African. Or not use the word, you are from the Garden of Eden. You're the original people.
Adam.
So then, why is it so important to find your own language? Because if the language of what someone is teaching you is not original to you, they are making you cast spells in that language. So you have to recreate. So the reprogramming has to start by saying to yourself, we need to relearn. So when you said, the first thing you said when we talked, you say he's giving us Gaddafi. That's the whole idea of Gaddafi. Because Gaddafi, in nature, when you look at Gaddafi, and you close, and he don't tell you where he's from, you can say, you look Indian, you look Arabic, you look like you're from the Middle East. And Gaddafi would tell you, stop that bullshit. I'm African.
Exactly.
Why is Gaddafi? Gaddafi knows that his DNA is African. You're looking at him and saying, you're talking about my mix. Me mixing doesn't mean, like,
It doesn't change
like my dad's from a different country.
Why is
My
it
mom's from a
Gaddafi?
different
Is because
country.
he got a not, well, he was executed.
Yes.
Yo, guys, I'm gonna disappear this year, yes.
No, you don't keep saying things like that. That's not gonna happen. Yeah, go on.
Gaddafi was creating an African currency.
Yes.
Yes, we all know.
So one language, one currency, guess what does what to the rest of the plebs?
Unite. Africa unite.
That's similar to what Brexit is trying
Yeah, that's why you
now.
get so we are the AU, there's the EU, there's all of that stuff, but we are the African Union, right? And the African Union under one currency, we are the biggest exporters of everything.
100%.
Literally every single thing.
Thank you, Tanya.
So if we close every border,
everything.
if we close our ranks and our borders and the what is the Silk Road? The Silk Route?
Yes.
The rubbish that they created there. We wouldn't need anyone.
No,
That is so true, you know.
But how would you know if your language is casting spells on you? So, for example, if you're going to schools and you're being taught, and you have already found your language in your villages and you're speaking different languages, you don't have a language that is favored to you. So what happens is Africans can't unite, because when you meet somebody else, you're speaking to them, you're like, what part of Africa are you from? Oh, I'm from Rwanda. Are you from Rwanda? Oh, you speak some weird shit down there. So I can't speak to you. So then I speak in English, and you're like, oh, you have a weird English accent.
What do you mean?
What do you mean I got like
But doesn't it link to the Tower of Babel when Jesus, or not Jesus, sorry Jesus.
Sorry, Jesus.
When God, because we got too smart and we got too arrogant, and the school was in Ethiopia, and he said,
So this is I look at Tower of Babel. I think some stories in the Bible we have to discern in spirit.
yeah.
And when you say Tower of Babel, right? I think when we talk about God, when we talk about God, I think we should talk about God understanding that God is love.
Yeah.
So if something doesn't sound right, someone's lying to you.
Yeah.
Like if someone who's love says something that's like, hey, bring your kid, let me kill your kid to sacrifice your kid. And then while you're killing, and then someone shows up and says, hey, Angel, is like, no, we're just testing you. God doesn't play those jokes.
Yeah.
Like you in real life will not, if you in real life as such an imperfect person will not play. So Tower of Babel, this is how I look at it. The Tower of Babel is what we just talked about.
Yeah.
The Tower of Babel is if Africans unite in the same language, they get to meet success because they get to now stop being different. So whoever we is, and you have to work it out yourself in this world, whoever is the person causing the most wars, most bloodshed, is saying to you, I need to destroy you guys before you unite with your language, because if you unite, because what happened to Gaddafi?
Can I bookmark you?
Yeah.
You said last year you hated history,
Yes.
but there's a tactic that they defeated us with. What is it called? Divide and conquer.
I was about to say that.
I mean, like
That's not from God.
It's-
Divide and
It's
conquer.
not from God. No, I'm not saying.
No, that's not what you're saying. I'm saying that's why the Bible thing is when you read it, because we have to, and this is something we're going to in 2024 now, we have to start discerning. You said something last podcast, last year, that, there was a council of Nicaea, there was meetings, there was a lot of King James Bible, there's a lot of things that have been written that wasn't written. If knowing that information, you have to know that there's some falsities going on.
Yeah.
So if you feel that you're not right about something, it's because we are actually speaking something that's not true. So we said this in some of the past episodes, the Black Laws Dictionary. The words that we're talking about in the English dictionary, you got to look in the Black Laws Dictionary. It means completely different things. Now,
Wait. Let's go to the Black Laws. Okay, unpack that.
Yeah. And when you look at that, it just says to you, okay, so if that's the case of what's happening, that brings us to this debate that if Africa was to create a language that we all agreed in, that means we're saying to ourselves, we have now realized that we need to be united. Now we're saying to ourselves we need to be trading with each other, because African countries don't want to trade. And now we're also saying to ourselves that the Europeans can't come here without a visa, and your African brother can't come here.
that's the thing. Botswana's right next to us.
But I want to
Right
you
next
made
to us.
mention something that I think is bars, right? So what is the Black Laws Dictionary? Because that's the first time I'm hearing about that.
The Black Laws Dictionary is literally
Is
described
it nations of gods and earths? So they
It's
live the 5%ers.
It is the original dictionary. It's because the English dictionary is what they give everybody else to be able to read, to say you're actually reading a dictionary. This is what this means. But everything has got double meaning. That's why there are words in English, and we saw this in one of the shows that have 3-4 meanings: battery, hello. Everywhere. Court. You're going to court to play tennis court. There's someone in the middle saying you've won. There's one on this side. There's one on this side. Then you go to court. You face the same thing. There's a plaintiff. There's defendant. You have, and then you're courting someone. You just say,
Damn!
You have one word, and it's got 20 minutes.
Every day you learn something new.
You have 20 minutes in one word. That's weird. And we just learn, and it's like, oh yeah, it's cool. It's not cool. You can't create.
I can't be judging and then shelling you.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I said to you, let's go to court, and I'm in court with you because I said to you, let's go to court, and I'm in court, and you said, no, I meant tennis court. What?
It's court.
And it doesn't make sense. That's how they've hoodwinked us. See, the languages that are traditional to Africa never were playing games. If you look at the African language, they're very straightforward, and they are the most complicated languages to the outsiders. When you see you guys do, there's the cost. I can't be the cost language.
Like Xhosa.
So the click language, like not
The click
everybody.
language.
Well, I'm saying of course. Not everybody can speak that.
Yes.
Why? So you're telling me that's not more difficult than English? It's more difficult than English.
It is.
More complicated than English.
Yeah, it
Shows you how intelligent that race is.
Khoisan language.
Oh yes, I was
See,
yeah.
See, Oma Katrina is one of the last surviving new speakers.
Okay.
And they are trying to create the new dictionary. It's the oldest language on the continent.
That's
so
crazy. So Oma Katrina and her daughter are now, previously, like last year, I don't know who was helping them, but there was a project that I was busy with, and I was like, we have to celebrate this because this is a first.
That's true.
Now, if you listen to the new language, it sounds like Xhosa. It sounds like Zulu. It sounds like a lot because the derivatives of the sounds are so pure that it's like
Exactly.
and like if you get that wrong, you're saying something else.
Completely different. Yeah.
And I love that we're starting the year off with this topic because what do you guys understand about mantras?
Mantras are very important. You have to.
Right?
Those mantras become reality the more you repeat them.
So the start of the year, language, original spoken expression, right? where God had to do something to say heaven separate from sea. But what does that sound or look like? Language.
Language.
And language beyond even the spoken tongue, because it's so, I mean, we spoke about Moses. He had to go away to learn something because he was in direct commune with God to be able to write it down, to be able to sound it. So the original get up sand, this is what I tell you, the original sound, the original power is from inside, comes out as a sound, comes out as a word.
Absolutely.
100%.
Go, Nicole. You came back with a
You came back with a bang.
I'm showing them this year.
Yeah, she said I'm back and I'm better.
This is called I'm owning 2024. I'm taking it. All right. So, guys, is it debated? If you had a chance to vote for Africa having its own language that can be learnt in schools, because don't forget we're already speaking English and French, right?
Yeah.
The universal language. What would you vote for?
United language.
My
I would
initial question-
argue that we already have it. So what is the common thing when people come to Africa and they say, what about African people? What?
What?
That we are loving, that we are kind, and we are friendly. Is that not the language of the spirit?
Oh.
I like that.
Wow.
I like
So-
that.
Wow.
Definitely.
That is
I like that.
Oh, Nicole.
Nicole.
So it's the language
Nicole,
of the
you're
root.
giving next level.
the language of Ubuntu.
The language of Ubuntu, the language of kindness, the language of unity.
The language
Yeah,
of
That's what it is.
Yeah,
It's
the language of
Ubuntu, guys.
That's what it is.
kindness,
Ubuntu.
unity.
Ubuntu.
That's the term.
I was very close-minded on the topic. You guys actually opened my mind a lot.
Can we open your mind for real?
Definitely.
For real, for real.
Like
Like Ubuntu style open.
Ubuntu style open.
But who can say it properly? Like umuntu. They said
Ubuntu ngabantu.
umuntu
Ubuntu ngabantu. Umuntu ubuntu ngabantu.
Yeah.
Umuntu
That was Mandela that said it, right?
ubuntu ngabantu. So umuntu ngumuntu ngabantu.
umuntu because of everyone.
So umuntu ngabantu.
A person.
It's a
He's a
person.
person because of people.
Now the next part, right? I believe in first fruits. I believe in intention around the first and best and establishing things like the number one. Right?
That's why I was born on the 1st of July.
That's off one on the 9th, and 1 plus 9 is 10, so we ate that.
Clocked it.
Okay.
That's why I walked into the room first.
So much drama.
Can we exercise Ubuntu this year? And
I think someone should sing it.
United.
Camilla, you're going to sing.
Camilla?
Can we exercise?
It's giving.
Ubuntu
Make
song.
me.
We'll release an Ubuntu song.
Right, so I think that's debated.
definitely.
All right, so next up we have Tando. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh,
I'm gonna put
shit.
sing my back. Lock yourself up.
Back
to the box.
I saw what you were doing there. That was intentional. That was she's shaking the box. She's shaking it.
Sabotage.
Shake the tables, gals.
This topic is about to be a little bit, especially because it's January, you know. It's a bit shaky, you know. So the topic is digital currency, future of finance or economic instability. So we're basically going to debate about the rise of digital currencies like your Bitcoin, your cryptocurrency, and so forth. Are they really the future of finance, where they will provide new opportunities, or do they pose risks, or they will pose risks to economic instability?
Can I
tell
just-
the audience
okay.
something? Guys, I'm not involved with crypto and all of that stuff that goes
We're
on
not
regarding
forex
making money
traders.
on laptops.
No forex.
Again, thank you so much
It's
for
also in
this
the Insta
conversation.
caption.
I have nothing to say because I don't know.
I am not a forex trader.
Yes.
You know what it is, yeah?
Besides even talking about digital currency, ni right, Buffett?
That's why I'm saying this topic is a bit touchy because it's January, you know?
So no. Let's explain to Jordan the same construct.
December and Jan.
So
January is a tough month.
It's very big.
That's when.
So December gives birth
It
to
is so
January.
It is so bad.
January.
So
So it's not January, it's January.
I'm not going to accept that because I want to say January is going to be a good month in Jesus' name. I'm not going to accept that. But go ahead.
Per.
Yeah. I'm putting it out there. It's going to be a good month.
Absolutely, mate.
Yeah.
So
All right, Nicole. All right, look, talking about crypto and all that sort of stuff, I'm not into it. I'm not gonna lie. I would never profess to know something I don't. Right?
Yeah.
This is a very new thing. This is cryptocurrency. It's boring to me, and I do realize that at some point in the future we will need to get clued up. Now, my whole idea about this is that this is not the first time. I went to a museum in Mauritius where they were showing us shells, and shells was the currency at one point. And I was like, this is some weird shit. So what you mean shells? Like seashells.
Like seashells, yes.
Right? Where the currency. And at some point, people took that very, very seriously. So for what is gotten to me is that the change of currency has happened for a long time. So this is things that have been happening for a long time. And I think it's kind of connects to the conversation we used to have last year, in our last episode last year, where at some point you have to not be off the world, but more of the kind of like, I'm leaving in the balance. Because if you get panicked, because you are not going to be an expert in Bitcoin.
Definitely.
You're not going to be because first and foremost, everyone says it's like a revolutionary system, but it's so critical, it's so scientific that it's so difficult to kind of get right into it. So for me, I just think at the end of the day.
So.
Yeah.
I love it when you start. Like modern.
So let's go back to the origination of exchange. As a currency.
Trade and barter.
So we started with items of value that of equal exchange I would barter.
Yes.
Right? Hence the, what is that thing, the Dutch East Indian Company in Dun.
Where they give you a note.
Not even a note. No. That's fast forwarding.
Yeah.
So it would say if I gave you saffron, it would be equal to gold or silk or whatever, because we've measured value and exchanged.
Yeah, and we give you a note to
Wait, that's
value.
after.
Okay.
So now we said that gold is the gold standard of exchange because it's in crowns, it's bullion, it's gold, right? Then the Great Depression happened, which was after World War I. And what happened there is our people created... What they had to do was crash currency as we knew it. Why? Because they didn't have it.
Exactly.
So if I sweep I essentially move the goalpost if I don't have it, but I have power. Why? One power. So I said, cancel, hey, cut. Start again. They started paper currency. But before we were trading gold, we were trading XYZ. But because you don't have it now, I'm applying value to something that has never had value.
I think. All right, look. If you want to go that way back, I know you guys want to go way back. If you want to go way back,
we have to.
Yeah, you have to
because it's happening again.
So you're going to go way back, and you talk about. If you talk about barter, if you're going to say about trade and barter, trade and barter is very simple. You trade value of goods. I trade, this is the value of gold, this is the value of gold. Keep it very simple. There was a person, the person was the richest person in Africa for the whole time, Mansa Musa.
Mansa Musa
was the person who owned the most amount of gold in the world. He's from Mali Empire. So what he did
can't trace his wealth. Like they can't
was
even
extremely rich. So he decided to hey, you know what, I'm gonna go and really distribute my wealth, because some people, when they get to that level, they're like, I'm going to go and do some charity work, philanthropic work, I'm going to distribute my wealth. So he went into different lands, including the Western civilization land and really say, hey, and the Western time we're going through what they call the Dark Ages, and that period, Europeans didn't know how to bathe.
They didn't know how
They
to
didn't know how to
anything.
eat. Like they were eating humans. It was like they were basically they were in the Caucasus Mountain. That's why they call Caucasians. So they were in the Caucasus Mountains. They were eating themselves because they.
Wait.
I'm trying to give you.
The Caucasus Mountains.
That's where the
of
word
Caucasia.
That's where it comes from. Because at that point it was the Dark Ages. So the people of the Mansa Musas became the rulers of Spain, rulers of England. So if you trace the lineage, you're going to see. If you go to Spain, you think most of these people are tanned. They're not tanned. They are mixed, right? Because because the rulers of Spain used to be black. The rulers of Spain.
Yes.
The
Moors.
Yeah. So they brought their gold into this place. So now they showed them that you can't just trade on animals and everything.
Don't eat each other. Bath.
Yeah. So you can have
just a bit of a bath.
You can have value. So then what happened? So then what happened was that now we found out that all the gold was in Africa. So everybody now kind of said, you know what?
They found out that in the Caucasus Mountains.
Yes.
The gold is here.
So what they said is like, let's go and explore where the gold is, right? So they went into, that's where colonization, they went to Africa to explore. And when they found there was a lot of gold, so they said, right, how do we get this gold to us? Because these people are very united, these people are very loving, they will welcome you. How do we get this gold to it? So they said they have to build something to make them, because they're very spiritual, they have to build something to make them, right? Literally give them this stuff without fight, right?
And no guilt.
And no guilt. And
but they stayed under our training. So if you look back to like the Moors, when the Moors owned Spain, France, because that was a fact, and trace it, it's the 1400s or 1300s.
Mm-hmm.
And they were under our
stewardship
and pupillage.
Yes.
Okay.
Pupillage.
Big word for
From the root word people. As in to learn, the people in school. Yeah.
Pupillage.
And it rhymes with the eyes as well. People in the eye. Yeah, go on. Yeah. Christ.
So, but the thing is, they studied us. And they took from us. Sound familiar?
Yes.
So.
But then they destroyed us.
So yes. So
and there's 3 waves of doing that.
Definitely. So America, because they had, the British, when you had Christopher Columbus and et cetera, it's a boring story, but they were being paid to explore.
Bartholomew.
So when they didn't discover anything, they just asserted that, hey, this is
mine.
This.
Yeah.
This is mine, right? Without the people locally understanding that that's what they said, because they're not speaking the same language. Right? So I'm coming and you say, this is mine. You're like, oh, welcome to your house. Yeah, the house is mine. Do you want to eat? It's mine. So they don't understand. So after a while, what happened was that they said, all right, cool. We need to now trade with other nations, right? They didn't have the gold, they didn't have everything else. So then they said, let's create a slavery industry, and the slave becomes stock. That's where stock and shares come from, if you want to go back to real currency. So they went to the African countries and convinced the Africans that we're taking your people to a better life.
I want to go back to the form of currency where human capital
That's what stock and
becomes
shares is for.
Stock.
That's stock exchange. The stock. Like when you see fish stock.
Stock market.
You mean stock. The stock market.
In the new year, it is so
Do you know what I mean? So all right, so without going to people can research this history, right? So without going to
Hey! Yay!
Guys.
Okay, so Stogo, please unpack that for us.
Yeah. So here in South Africa.
Urban Dictionary, South African edition.
Debated edition, actually. Let's go.
So stogo is a term that we use. For example, when I say, ke batla stock,
There's a big
is to say basically.
Even on his face. Oh.
all right.
So already it's going to.
The digital currency had to go all the way back to that in one way or the other. Right, here you go.
I mean, it's the stock. So the fact that we say stock,
Stoko ke stoko.
So, what you guys are telling me, right?
It's human currency.
Exactly.
So, it's not that deep. All I'm saying is the origin.
Nicole, so basically what you're telling me, right? Our friends in the right? Our friends in the
Coming in the air.
So you're trying to say that those friends of ours, they basically were losing at crazy 8 and decided, let's play dominoes.
Yeah, they say fuck cards.
Yeah, they said actually we were playing that.
So we beat them in poker and then like, okay, no, we're going to play dominoes.
They said I'm not playing anymore.
Go.
So basically, fast forward to the future.
They said 30 seconds. I'm out.
They basically created a military complex. And a military complex became an intimidation for countries that had gold. So what they would do is they would come to you and say, I am telling you that I've got gold. But it's the gun that's showing you I've got gold. So do you want protection? Right? So we can protect your gold for you. So the Swiss banks are holding your gold. So Americans holding, they're holding it for you. And then for the ones that colonize, they say, I am not colonizing you anymore, but I have to print your money. So it's like French Africa is all printed by France, and France uses the francs that they don't use anymore because they use the euros now. And then they print, like it's like you can't have a printing machine in Africa. They print your money whenever place. So they're giving you loads of gold to print paper to use
as the value of. So the actual why it's called a dollar bill is because the bill was written. So for every dollar or equivalent of whatever that is, right? So in my stockhouse, I'm saying I have 10 stoggles.
Yeah. Yes.
The hands are there.
Yeah.
Stove oven on.
Hey, wait on the oven.
2023 recap.
So you were saying, right? Shab, I see your hands, ne?
So to kind of like circle back. So what's a circle back? So basically, it's a lot to unpack, but we haven't got time to unpack. To circle back, Gaddafi was trying to do a world currency because he realized that America was lying about the gold they had, and they had not that same gold in reserve. So he was saying, I want to create one currency backed by the real gold and resources Africa had. And that's why they eliminated him. So in theory, answering the question about digital currency, I would say digital currency is a nightmare because who's going to win is the nerds. The nerds are going to win because at the end of the day, anytime you introduce something that people don't understand, because the financial market, no matter how much money you can make millions of pounds, you still don't understand the money. Because I tell you why. If you go to a bank and you have 10 million there and ask them for 10 million, they'll ask you what you want to do with it. And you're like, that's my money. Like, what do you want to do with it? And then they don't have it. They actually don't have it because they've not printed. Then there's no bank that has.
It's a theory.
It's a theory. Just numbers being moved around.
Guess what happened about 3 years ago? Because we're in 2024 now. Praise God.
Yeah, we made it 2024. It's a new single. It's called Hallelujah. Hallelujah. It's called Hallelujah. Yeah, but
Amen.
Wait, that's
it's called Hallelujah.
I actually heard it.
Thanks a lot for just hearing it.
Hallelujah.
She didn't down. That's how it sounds.
wow.
Yeah, you clocked it. That's all. That's all I'm saying.
Yes.
That's all I'm saying. There's the
You
one.
know, it was giving December vibes, you know?
That's the vibes. Actually. When I saw the video in my head, that's the video I saw. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's what I saw.
So Elon Musk crashed the Bitcoin market because remember when we spoke about programming, influence? He was in the age of predicting digitally what would, like the stocks, right? So in the stock market, he would say, place your money on this thing.
Dogecoin.
And now this also links back to the property market crash of 2008.
Yeah.
Where people, and linking it back to rand manipulation. So it's easy to manipulate based on human behavior and psyche because on a stock market, you put money behind certain stocks based on the climate of the country and the climate of the day. That's how a stock investor invests. So if they say it's a grid, so it's like going outside and predicting the weather in the stock market. And it's like the sun's out, guns are out, it's great. Like in 2024, people are happy, we're on a high. So put your money behind Pepsi. I'm just saying, I don't know why, but I'm just saying Pepsi. Everyone does that. But now, when you are saying that, you are influencing behavior based on your platform. Then guess what? Everyone does that. Pepsi stocks rise.
They're rising,
So the stock market crash of 2008 was manipulated by a group of billionaires because they said, place your bets here, here, here. That's why I love blackjack. Now, if I'm telling you what to do, I'm manipulating the market
100%.
based on what I am predicting because I have X amount of shares or stock points in that thing.
That's actually very true.
Now the bubble burst because people were placing their bets on.
Steinhoff. To be specific. That's what was happening, and that is a
But
fact.
globally though, 100% on that, 100%. But now, if I'm giving you balloons, let's call balloons bubbles of hot air, right? There's no value behind the shit, but everyone is placing monopoly money in a real money market. So everyone's putting monopoly money there, but there's no value in the monopoly money. Guess what's going to happen?
Just like that.
That's what happened.
like that.
Exactly.
So in a world of currency where now I've introduced a digital currency that has no rand, gold, bullion value, it is a concept. Guess how it is manipulated and changed? By someone called Elon Musk.
From South Africa.
From
Pretoria.
Pito.
No, correct yourselves because he says he's not from here. He is, but he says don't associate me to you.
No shit. I don't go. I don't have no shit.
Rand manipulation.
You don't really trace the Pretoria vibes.
Right?
That's the idea.
So literally, he crashed Bitcoin. He crashed it because everyone who invested in Bitcoin was like, one Bitcoin was 20,000 rand at a stage. And then guess what everyone did?
Invested.
And then
Guys, your granny and your uncle invested in Bitcoin at some point. And then there were different currencies or blockchain currencies.
Dogecoin, you know, Ethereum.
But it was governed by perception and bullshit. There's no value behind that. Guess where people? So that's how they got money back into their system through something fake.
So in general, the point is, when it comes down to it, we're gonna have to sit down and be going back to, if you have money to invest, the original thing that never lose value is real estate. Real estate doesn't lose value because if you own freehold, you own properties, you don't lose value. Gold, diamonds, etc. But forgetting all of that, nobody's going to get out of life alive. And no matter how much they change the currencies and everything else, you know, the one thing is, when your day to come is gone, you're not going to be parking those bitcoins in the thing to
In
go.
heaven, boy.
So the reality is that all the scariness and everything
I
that
had a
they're being
dream I could buy all the heaven. When I woke up,
spending it on a necklace.
okay.
I thought,
No, that's money wasted.
Where are we now? He said, alleged.
That man said to me that was Kanye West, you know, like.
it's Kanye.
It's actually no, it's Kanye. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
All right. Guys, next up is Cabello.
All right.
Name behind the names.
All right, guys.
Let's go, Mr. Kiwi.
Let's go.
Watching you.
Don't make it dramatic, man. Just say can't read it. But, yeah.
Guys, can we please just agree, like we're entering quietly, like no new year, new me, just shut up.
Yeah.
Just shut it.
We've agreed about that.
Shut up.
We fully agreed.
We've just arrived, it's great.
Hashtag you gotta relax. That's it.
So
Just
what I've got
arrived.
here, international headline acts versus local acts. Should there be more international festivals that merge celebrities from all around the world into South Africa, or should local acts be celebrated?
So layered.
All right, someone
local-
from here suggests that, so stop pretending.
Yeah,
We've got to
actually.
keep it simple. Keep it simple, guys. Let's
Yeah, I'm gonna
let's
sit
breeze
this one
through
out.
this.
I'm gonna sit it out.
Let's breeze
For
through
me
this.
personally, I feel like a lot of local talent is celebrated in South Africa. There are awards that take place to say, well done, Kabza. Well done, guys, well done. I feel like in South Africa, we don't get enough international artists. And I don't know why, but I feel like now because Waffles and Tyler are now
They're popping up,
popping
you know.
overseas.
It all started
they-
with the 90%.
They somewhat
I just want to open
also
controversy.
that's okay. They somewhat I like the sound of that. They somewhat also played an influence in artists being willing to come to South Africa. But I feel like ever since Nelson Mandela passed away, overseas they were like, thank you so much, guys.
It's been
fun.
It's been fun.
The person we
And
know and the person
actually,
we've been dealing with directly, and the person we associate ourselves with and who has always been with us is gone. So
Damn, it's layered.
South Africa.
Okay, I hear you,
Yeah.
right? I hear you 100%. But now we need to take into account that the moment that, because I don't know if you guys remember, a few years ago, it was that 90% thing where...
Yeah.
on radio and
Yes.
whatnot, yeah, it
That's
was
where it all
introduced.
started.
And they put
Personally
all
for
the
me-
music. They said,
Yeah, that's where they took most international music from the scene and they said, wait, let's give the South African people a chance, which I
For
support
royalties,
100%.
yeah, yeah.
So I support giving South African
Motoni.
artists an opportunity. But the way I see it, right,
Howdy.
you don't have to have the one side suffer in order for the other side to be good. That's the way I see it.
Can I please
personally.
tell you what South African
So-
artists do now? It's like it's not even just it's not just South African artists. It's just people in South Africa in general, even
Okay.
in Parliament, everywhere. Black people or South African people rather, I'm so sorry to black people. South African people have a lot of greed. If you get an opportunity as Warren, and Somni says, take the opportunity, Warren, we're giving you the opportunity, and if you want to add someone extra, please add them. You'll say, no, I don't want to add anybody extra. The shine is mine. I want to enjoy the shine. You understand? South African people like to keep success.
And you know, I really
We like to keep it
That's
to
very
ourselves.
true.
And that's
Yeah.
why a lot of artists that are big will not go international, because how do you want to go international when you don't even have a fan base in South Africa?
Exactly. And
How?
I agree to you.
How?
I agree with you on
Tell
that.
me how you want to do that. I want
Yeah.
to be an international superstar. We don't know you, man.
Yo, I think.
Yeah.
We don't know you. What do you mean you want to be an
But I
international
mean-
superstar? But I'm so sorry, Gabalo. In relation to the question of international acts coming to South
"Oh,
Africa.
you got this.
It's
This is yours."
It is. It actually is.
You said
International
eight.
people coming to South Africa, I feel like it's motivational. It shows you that
To the-
I
to
can
the
get
smaller
there.
artists,
If these
yes.
people can
Yeah.
travel from wherever they are to come to South Africa, I can go from South Africa to LA or whatever the point may be.
I think there just needs to be more collaboration.
How are
I
the
just wanna throw
collaborations
a
with
word-
South Africa
I
doesn't
wanna
want
throw
to
a name
invest
and rest
into
her
music?
soul into the mix. Zahara.
The problem is South Africa is not just. with
That's
the
my
music
point
industry.
exactly. How is it that as South Africa want to go big when government is failing to put money into music? They're failing. I'm so sorry, government, you're failing to put money into music related stuff. Anything that is cultural, government can say, I'm willing to give you 20,000, but you know you can give me 100K.
The problem is, when it comes to the music, right? So I've actually worked with government before, and I'm really personally I'm not sorry because I've known firsthand.
This is heavy for
So
Damn.
I know for a fact that with government, right, when it comes to music and government, especially when it's arts, media, and all of that in government, what happens is, let's say you are the person that needs to get the performers, right? You have all of us, we gave you our quotes. She gave you a quote of 50,000, you actually paid her 25,000.
Yes.
He gave you a quote of 60,000, you paid him 30,000.
You're taking the balance.
You're paying half of what every single person is getting.
And you're
taking
keeping
the
it for
You're taking the
yourself.
balance, which is going to your
Yeah, it's
pocket.
going to your pocket.
That's why our
Greed.
industry
It
is not
is
flourishing.
greed.
That is exactly
It is
why.
But do you think that the collaboration between international festivals and our South African talent would be able to actually grow the industry?
Kendrick Lamar came here, he performed and he went to the chopper and he left.
And he left same time.
So,
I saw it firsthand.
tell me
about that in December. I saw it firsthand. Yeah.
Don't tell me
Yeah.
about artists collaborating
After
when
people were
international
fighting-
artists.
So when are the international when are the local
Okay.
acts going to interact with the international acts?
do we get the
When
chance?
international acts leave same time after their performances?
Can I say something?
When are they going to get that?
Now,
I think
talking about, because I have, maybe not in South Africa yet, but I have booked international acts with other countries that are not from those countries.
Yeah.
So I'm talking based on experience, right? I think the artists themselves need to understand the business. And I think the lack of understanding of the business is the problem. Look, I'm not going to be, when I was young, I want to be a doctor, when I went to a hospital, I don't like hospitals. I don't like medicines, so I can't be a doctor. If you're an artist, you want to be an artist. It's not just singing and rapping. You need to understand the business.
I think
So.
yeah,
What am I
that's
saying
true.
about it? Let me say what I'm saying about that. Davido does a track with a South African artist.
Most like
right?
he's-
Okay.
Yeah, let's take
Right?
that
Respect to them.
It's not an example.
This
Yeah,
track-
it's a song.
Just give me an example.
Unavailable.
Yeah.
This track on the
It's got a
Billboard
Grammy
becomes
nomination.
number one
Respect that.
worldwide, right? Now, the business is Musa Keys. I don't know what Mr. Keys did. I'm just giving you what I will do as his manager, as the business, as his
Right.
business advisor.
Right.
Is put Davido on the table and say, big man, you see the Grammy performance? I'm there. You see the BET one? I'm there. And you know what? I did a song for you. You're doing a song for my album too. Are you going to show up there too? That's a negotiation. Secondly, right? You see that interview on CNN? I'm there. You see that one? I'm there.
All the exposure.
You didn't do the song alone.
No,
I hear you.
yes,
No.
it's a
I am
collaboration.
telling you, it's a collaboration.
Business.
But the thing
Business.
is, if I collaborate with you, like Tyler did a tour with Chris Brown.
Chris Brown.
Yeah,
opened
no,
for
that
him.
was so.
When she did a tour with Chris Brown, she was very careful.
She was.
You don't know how careful she was. Even when they were doing backstage pictures, she was like, "Oh, I don't want to be seen to. I don't want to be doing that."
Because she
So
dissolves
yeah,
her.
nah, this is
Yes.
Dissolves
And her image.
on there.
Her image.
Now, it's stupid.
Then
I'll
why
tell you
associate
why.
yourself with that person?
Because every song anybody's collaborated with Chris with has been number one. Whether it's Loyal, I can name names.
And
So
he's
then-
still doing it.
and he's still doing number one. But you've just done a tour with him. But this is the person who's opened you. Chris posted Libyanka, I've been drinking.
Yes.
And that went globally successful. You are on tour with
Would you
him.
check on me?
Right? So what you should be saying is the business of you should be saying is, hey Chris, yeah, I know a lot of people are saying you went for this Rihanna thing years ago. But I respect your talent and thank you for taking me on tour. So guess what? Can we do 2 tracks
The
together?
fact that they didn't do a song,
But
guys,
can I-
and
can I-
she toured for
It's
3
business.
months.
I'm talking business.
Can I explain it to you?
And
what
we
you
would
gonna
have
say?
catapulted
Go
her
on.
faster than water.
Can I explain it to you guys?
So-
The truth of the matter is, in South Africa, right? We're not taught about the music part of business unless you go to school for it. First of all.
Pause. Let me just interject. I want you to understand something because you keep saying in this podcast, in every country they are not taught about the business.
I wouldn't
I'm
know that,
talking-
Jordan.
But I am telling you.
Alright, thank
That's
you
what
so
I'm
much.
telling you.
Thank you.
I found I'm telling you that music artists I go through all across the world and speak to, including your biggest artists that you think are the biggest artists, they sit down and they're always complaining. Prince, Michael Jackson, they're always complaining the end because they are not taught.
Masters.
It's just a global.
I wasn't done speaking. Can I
Go
just
on.
continue speaking?
Yeah.
So I'm speaking based off South Africa because that's where I'm from. I don't know anything related to UK. You can speak on behalf of because you've toured the world. So
But the thing is, the business is the business.
That's what I'm trying to tell her.
but,
It's got
but,
nothing
So
to
it's
do
the
with
language is
politics.
universal.
Africa.
The language is universal when it comes
You're not
to
thinking about
I'm speaking on
mindset.
behalf
That's
of
the
South Africa. I
problem.
don't
There's
know what
avenues.
goes
So
on
you
outside in the
perform,
world.
you have distribution, you have publishing, you have your masters.
No, we know all of that.
But that's the business. That is.
So the language is universal when it comes to
Can I tell
business.
you something? If as an artist, right, I wanted to know more about business, I would know more about business. But then why do I have a manager? Isn't the manager supposed to know
No.
more?
Actually, that is me.
That's the
Big
problem.
time.
That's the
Big
problem.
time.
Because let me tell you what. Let me tell you what. Let's
That just answered you, Chomi. Your manager is to make sure that you've eaten and you're not drunk and you're not Whitney
I'm
Houston
gonna
on
prove
the
something to you.
stage.
I'm gonna put this to you. I'm gonna put this to you. Do you like Whitney Houston?
I love her. So
What's her manager?
I don't know.
Michael Jackson? What's his manager called?
I don't know.
Drake. What's his manager called?
I don't know.
It's thingy,
I can keep
prawn.
going.
It's prawn.
I can keep going.
Prawn ton ton.
can I get
And it
your-
was,
Yeah, but
it
you
was
get the
Chris
point.
Jenner's dude.
All I'm gonna meet is you, the
Yeah.
artist,
Yeah.
and all I know is you. So
I don't go
Excuse
into
me.
business meetings as me.
that's what you have. That's the
That's the
mistake.
mistake, though.
That's the mistake. That's the mistake. Look, Prince found that late in the day. Prince was such an amazing artist, a good businessman, but he found out late in the day that he should have showed up in the meetings. Because when you show up in the meetings, it's like, I can't look into your eyes and tell you you're not going to get your publishing. Because I'll say to you, do you know how much work I've worked on that? Your manager is not the one recording that song. Your manager's not the one writing that song. Your manager's not singing about what they've been through. You need to be present in those meetings. And you need to be like, what is this? What is that? What am I going to do with this?
So to some extent, do you
But that's what you need to know.
Do you blame bad management?
No.
So the way, let me explain. So listen, right?
I'm
I hear
trying
you
to understand
100%.
the point.
Let me explain it to you guys. Let me explain it to you guys. So I hear 100% what Mr. Jordan is saying. So, and I even hear you that you don't really know too much about the music business until you actually decide to know about more.
That's true.
So with myself, I've actually learned some about it. And I was fortunate enough to actually do some schooling on it. So with music business, it's like what Nicole said. Your manager, let's take it in, for example, if you go and work for a normal 9 to 5, your manager, the person at work, who's your manager, they are there to make sure you do your work.
Yes.
You need to get this,
Yes.
doing
KPIs, deliver.
Yes.
key
Deliver.
performance indicators. That's what your manager is doing. And then when you're looking at your legal team, they are there to make sure that things like your contracts are sorted. And then you have your actual event manager who's gonna, your tour manager who's gonna make exactly. So
Road manager.
yes, you need to have them, and yes, they are gonna handle majority of the things. But yes, you do need to be in the meetings, and you need to understand. I think we actually mentioned it on last year's episode where we spoke about what these record labels put in the contract. So what they'll put in there, they'll say that, okay, let's make an example. Kuhlman Records, right? Kuhlman Records has the right to exploit and publish Letso M and her likeness throughout the universe in perpetuity. You understand that? In that, I'm literally saying that, fam, whatever is related to you, I can put it out and I can make money off of it.
It's mine.
That's literally what I'm saying. And
But guess what? Let's pause it. What if that lawyer says to you now, and they say, do you know this lawyer, this Coleman lawyer, whatever the lawyer was called? That lawyer is an award-winning lawyer. He was a lawyer for Michael Jackson, a lawyer for Prince, a lawyer for Rihanna. It was a lawyer for them. You're like, what? You manage all these people that are successful.
I am going in.
But you don't know the business. So your head, you're like, if this man managed every, and you can see the picture, you can see the award. If you manage all these artists that are successful, then I'm gonna have a great lawyer. What you don't know is that lawyer knows you day one. Everybody you're doing business with, he's friends with for years because he's been doing business with for years. Who do you think's closest with, you or them?
Can I just raise something quickly as well? The reason Prince turned into Symbol was after his fight to get his masters.
Yes.
Right? They owned the name Prince, the brand, the everything. Right? And that's where he went rogue and did his whole situation. Right?
She said, like she said, yeah.
And that is, I believe that as an actress, I got my first role acting before I went to acting school. That's talent alone. So if you're singing, you have the raw talent. That's what you can do. That's God-given. But if I don't master my craft and find out what the world and the universe looks like inside of that craft, I'm lazy.
Yes.
100%.
So it's grade 1.
Initiative.
It's grade 1. I can sing. That's grade 1. It's a given. You are given vocal cords. That's yours.
You're born with them.
Right? But now if you want to be on a stage and you want the lights to be on you and you want the success and the sales and all of those other things, there's matric, there's university that goes with that. That's why they are good and there's great. Right? Now, if you don't know the nature of your landscape, your craft, right? Now, your craft is vocal training. Your craft is showing up, it's performance, but your craft is also the business of that. Because your face and your voice is there, right? Now, if I choose to sit back and I say, record label, you've got this, then guess what your record label is going to do? It's going to say, you're going to be fucking successful, but you're going to get 2 rand.
Exactly.
And if
what happens if you don't
Because all you wanted to do was sing.
Okay, I'm independent.
And that's what I'm going to wait. Hold on.
What's the purpose?
So that's the next chat.
What's the purpose?
That's the next chat. Because guess what? There's matric. So that's where you can start making decisions about how your career is going to go.
Yes.
Because you've learned record label direction versus independent, where you are responsible for your hair, makeup, development, marketing,
Head to toe,
everything.
Yeah.
Out of your pocket.
100%.
Someone is saying, I will develop you, I will get you your training, I will do all of those things. I will develop you that you are stage ready in a heartbeat.
Exactly.
Right? Because now we are in university.
Yes.
Guess whose responsibility that is? Is it mine? As your manager? No.
Absolutely not.
It's yours.
Exactly.
And worst of all, if you don't know
And
the
that's the
business,
crazy part, right? Now you find that, okay, cool, you don't want to go the record label route, right? You don't want to go the record
Yeah, you're
label route.
independent.
But now you have a manager, right? You have a team,
You have a
and all
team,
of them
of
have ways of getting your music out there.
Definitely.
So now they're maybe not signing a record deal with one of the biggest recording companies, but they're signing a distribution deal.
Yeah.
Or they're signing a licensing deal.
Oh.
You understand? Publishing
Yeah,
deal.
publishing
They're signing all
deals.
these deals on behalf of you.
Yeah.
and
Right?
those are percentages.
They're giving away rights to your music.
Those are
Serious
percentages.
TikTok music. Every time someone is
Yeah.
You see,
Those are percentages, bro.
Right,
Like-
right?
So, like, even like I've actually had this happen to a friend of mine.
a jingle.
A jingle, exactly. Not even just a jingle, but a whole soundtrack that was used for a famous South African channel. I'm not naming it, and I'm not gonna do it.
Name
But
it.
after doing all,
she's
Nicole,
Again, she's back with it. She's back with it.
But yes,
What does
so
it sound like?
he did the whole. I'm not gonna sing it.
Sounds like
But
music.
he did the whole advert. I mean, he did the whole soundtrack for the channel,
MTN.
right? Do you understand that friend of mine? He got paid beforehand. They paid him 250.
A lump sum. And they said,
He didn't touch 1 cent from his royalties, and they made over millions in royalties.
yeah.
Exactly.
They only paid him his 250K. He said, "Oh, you are money.
Yeah, like,
You should
and
go."
that happens with a lot of
Give our song,
people
go.
within the music industry, especially the producers.
But guys, can I tell you something?
Like-
You can. I'm so sorry. I'm not turning against anything. I hear every point that everyone has made. Right? When you have educated yourself enough about everything that you need to know about, there's going to be someone that's way higher than you that knows how to maneuver around you. First of all. Second of all, there's going to be someone that you're going to meet that's going to test whether you know what you're speaking about. That knows way more than you do. True. So you might still fall for the trap, no matter how much education
No,
you have.
Exactly.
Pause. No, I disagree. I'm sorry. I'm
It's a
sorry.
debate. It's okay.
No, this
It's
is-
okay. It's a
I
debate.
disagree.
Yeah.
Why? Let me tell you why I disagree. What you said is right. That's why I disagree. You're correct and you're wrong at the same time.
All right.
If you think there's going to be someone that you're going to meet that will show you something that you've not seen and you will fall for the trap, you're going to get that. But your path is your path. So if you're on your business journey, right, what you're also learning is to avoid snakes. So you're also learning to be able to walk in a room. There's a line that Jay-Z said. He said, "I showed him how to move in a room
Full of nose.
vultures."
Well, look,
Oh yes, yes.
You understand what I'm saying?
yes.
So you have to know, and then why is Jay-Z one of the only? I'm not talking about his personal life. I'm not saying this. In the future, if this is played and they'll be like, "Oh my God, he did a video." I'm not saying that. I'm just talking about the business side of things. Right? I'm just talking about the business side of things.
Business side.
Let's focus on the business.
Yeah.
There's rappers who started with this person who cannot even have a house.
Suge Knight.
Suge is in prison.
Death Row.
There are other rappers like Jay-Z who own not just a music management label, own a sports label, own this nation,
said,
Rock Nation. Exactly.
I'm not a... No. He said, I don't own a... I'm a businessman.
I'm not a businessman. I'm a businessman.
Thank you.
I'm not a businessman.
I'm a
I'm in business. All right. So at the end of the day, he's saying what he's saying. He's saying about the business itself. And the thing is, a lot of people are really, especially artists, they've been hoodwinked and lied to not study the business. And when you don't study the business, that's when you're going to be lied to and you're going to be hoodwinked.
And that's where your
and the business is
downfall
ever
goes.
evolving.
Yeah.
So for example, the new scam is a lot of people don't understand about Spotify, Apple,
Streaming
all the streaming
platforms.
platforms.
Yeah.
So the streaming platforms, you're looking at streaming platforms and you're like, I'm getting paid 1p for how many downloads and how many streamings.
Yeah.
But did you know that all the major streaming platforms are actually, they did a deal with the major labels back in the day so that the major labels own some of the streaming platforms that you're not part of that deal. So you're signed to a major label.
So you're the third party in the deal.
Yeah.
and you
You're not
don't
even a
know of
third
it.
party in the deal.
No.
The major label has a contract with you. If I have a contract with you, you don't care about my investments.
He's a wholesaler who has resold your thing 3 times.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
And you have no access to the third
You haven't.
line of sales.
So they are winning 10
And they
times
play your
well.
song every single day.
And they
Your
play-
morning
And you have no
playlist.
control of it.
Now,
your morning
I know
playlist.
artists that have 10 million, when you see them post their raps, 10 million hits on Spotify. And they've not made more than 10 grand, 20 grand. And I've got artists that have 10 million hits that have made 300 grand, 200 million. Same numbers. You know what that Spotify will tell you? Oh, you had listeners in Mexico. We don't have adverts in Mexico. So that's why you don't make that money. Now pause. I know artists who have 1,000 people who are dedicated fans of them.
Oh, yeah,
That have made loyal fans that will spend £20 every month to buy whatever you're selling. They're that loyal. And they're making like 50k, 60k a month. Who's winning?
Exactly.
You have 10 million fans, 20 million fans. That's business.
I think just to
That's the
to
business.
wrap
It's the
this
business.
conversation up, because we've been going on for a good 30 minutes, by the way, guys. So
Who's
just
counting?
to go back to the
Girl!
question, I think it's good to have international acts come to South Africa. I feel like for me personally, it's motivation. It's to know that wow, he's up there. I can also be up there. For international artists, I don't think they get any inspiration coming to South Africa. They just get to perform maybe. Everything they say,
it's all about
they
the
just
money.
say, "Oh, South Africa is such a beautiful
You guys
place."
are taking
Thanks,
it
man.
I think that's debated. I think that's debated.
It is debated.
I think
Yeah.
let's just debate it. Nicole, put your hand right into the box.
He's an artist.
Oh, I love this one.
Oh, okay.
I love this one. I love this one. Okay, so our seasons, right, setting the tone. Do you feel like it's hotter or colder?
Seasons.
Yeah, our
South
seasons.
Africa.
Just generally.
No. It's become a mixed emotion. It's like
just
it's like one day it's hot. It's like jollof rice.
Climate change. Climate change. Urgent crisis or overblown hype? Question mark. Explore the differing perspectives on climate change, number one. Is it an urgent crisis demanding immediate action, or is the severity of the issue exaggerated? So immediately, the youngest activist, Greta. Right? Greta.
She's not young anymore. She's not
Well, but we saw Greta leave school at age 10, right? She went on the ship to the North Pole and she stayed there and she's like, I'm not going. I'm here in the cold and the icebergs are melting and I'm watching them melt.
Yeah.
Is it urgent or is it media propaganda?
We can be quick on this stuff.
Let's go. Let's go.
Just choose one.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Quickly.
Go.
Propaganda.
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 I'd say
I think it's a mixture of both.
I'd say it's urgent.
I'd say it's a mixture of both.
Why is it urgent?
I'd say it's urgent. I mean, as much as we can say that it is propaganda, but we can also see the changes and the signs.
No, but what you
You
see
know
is
what
not
I mean?
what you get.
Okay, but Kibi, if I put a heater in your
Okay,
room,
so the point
that's
of
always cool.
contention is the fact that media is feeding us all of the reports and the real-time
Yes,
updates
yes.
on
Yeah,
climate.
yeah.
So that's what we are arguing, the validity of the data.
Yes.
What
Right.
they're feeding us,
true
what
or
they're
not?
giving us to us. Yes.
So Angithi started all of us by saying, go Russia, there's a big hole in the ozone layer.
Yeah,
it's
and whatnot.
fucked.
Yeah.
Stop spraying air freshener. It's lit.
Like what?
What do you mean?
What do you even mean? Dude. Also, there was a NASA plane that was NASA was moving around Cape Town apparently.
Yeah.
Oh, I heard that story.
I
heard that story.
I heard that
What
story from
happened?
you.
For real? I'm gonna get it blamed live on TV.
For spreading information.
I mean, this is meant to be undercover stories we talk about.
We need to say
You can
allegedly.
expose me. Allegedly,
Yes,
yeah.
allegedly.
Yeah.
It was a topic actually even on Twitter where it was supposedly said that NASA was actually in Cape Town doing rounds, and there was like a literal plane that was moving from one spot to another, and no one knows what it was doing.
So that goes to what people was.
Can I just say Skynet?
Go ahead.
Elon Musk has... Okay, unpack. Let's go.
I hear you. Like, what I'm trying to say.
So if you look in the sky internationally, there's a certain time of the year or day where you'll see a stream of dots, right? Because he is trying to establish a space station or a space, it's like the internet that's not
The
bound by
satellite,
Earth.
yeah.
Yes.
Satellite link.
And then
What is it called? Is it
actually
satellite
stopped
link or Skylink? It's Skylink.
Yes,
Skylink.
Starlink.
So Skylink literally does this.
Doing what?
Whatever.
Nobody knows.
Apparently it's internet.
Let's go to the moon.
It's internet apparently.
But I mean,
You can't go to the moon.
But to tie into what you were
I'm saying
saying.
let's go.
But I mean,
I mean, you can't get to the moon.
all I'm
Yeah,
saying
it's fine,
after
go,
all
go,
is that
go, go, yeah, it's a
we can't
vacation.
deny the fact that some of, for example, some of human behavior
Is influencing the climate.
Yes, that is true.
Guys,
That's very
guys, can I give you this? Can I give you this?
Effects of it
David
every single
Attenborough.
day. Yes.
Ooh.
David Attenborough did a docu-series. I've never cried so much in my life because he went from continent to continent. I was crying over bleached reef, right? So the reef in New Zealand is bleaching. It's bleaching because
What does that mean?
a coral reef. So coral reef essentially is the plants that live under the water in the sea. But now your coral reef regulates life under sea,
Yes,
right?
yes.
So there are school of fish. It's the
Yes,
ecosystem,
that's
exactly.
everything that goes on.
So your coral reef essentially is like the underwater cities that fuel oxygen generation, that fuel plankton generation, that fuel the sea's food.
Yes.
Yeah, basically.
Because that's the
It's another world.
it's the sea world's land
Yes.
Yeah.
Basically.
or ecosystem. The shit is bleaching because the water's too hot.
Yo,
So what bleaching means is that the corals are dying.
everything's just deteriorating.
100%. So now coral is a living organism. So
in itself.
it's like it's the sea's lungs. Thank you. It's the lungs of the sea. So if my lungs are dying, it's
She was about to take the vein
And she was like,
and say, I am the
Wait,
leader.
I'm bending the line.
It's me.
Can I say something? Can I say something? Can I say
anyway, I
something?
cried when the reefs were bleaching.
Can I say something? If David Attenborough if David Attenborough
Virgo.
if David Attenborough is filming a documentary doing the parting of the Red Sea without the knowledge of what's happening, what would he say? He would say there's climate change.
Yes.
What I'm trying to say by giving that as an example is that I feel, I don't want to be too hardcore on this one, that
Yeah. We won't
90%
stop.
of the world's problems is what I call PRS, problem, reaction, solution. So most of what you call,
Create the problem so we can offer you the solution for you to pay for.
that's what I'm saying. And
Exactly.
most of
That
what
is
you
the
see,
word to
create
like
the
for
virus.
example,
That is just
Create
the
the
word.
I was in South Africa.
Literally
I was
how the
in
world
South
works.
I was in
That's how
South
the world
Africa.
works.
I was in South Africa for like 3-4 months last year, and I went to London just for another 3 months. As soon as I landed in London, I walked out and I looked up, and it's actually a film called Don't Look Up.
Yes, I know.
And I looked up,
Yes.
and all I saw
Chemtrails.
was chemtrails. Yeah?
Chemtrails.
I got sick on the and I don't get sick. I got sick on the same day. So the question is, we joke about it, but if you're pumping the atmosphere
With chemicals,
what do you think is going to happen? If you go into the sea and you're literally killing sharks and killing these things, and you're not even eating it. You go into the forest and you're killing lions, and you don't even eat lions. You kill lions just to take pictures with lions. And then one day there's an extinct generation of lions, and you say, oh, it's climate change. And you go to the forest and you're deforesting all
the
these
trees
trees.
and whatnot,
So
yeah.
is it climate change, or are you causing...
we are changing the climate, and I'd say that's
We are the
debated.
cause of it.
So why are we
We are the cause
pretending?
of it.
So why are we pretending? So
are
it's
No, obviously
it's the humans.
I hear you guys, right? But I personally, like, I hear you, but then it all leads back to what we said in our other episode where we were actually like, we are programmed to a point where all of these things, like, people are programmed to know that, let's make an example, hunting with hunting lions. Like, they're programmed to, like, you are a man if you did that. You understand? Those are the type of things that are planted into people's heads. And let's make an example. It's like what you said, with climate change, you feel like it's an urgent matter, but then if you have a house that you know is normally cool, and I come and I put a big ass heater in that house, is it not gonna be hot?
It is. It is. So what's your
That's my point is
I'm so sorry.
our house is a naturally cool place, or not naturally cool place, but it has its own natural weather that it goes with.
Yeah.
And the reason why it's acting the way that it is because it's no longer natural.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to
I think it goes back to the original conversation we had last year around spirit versus robotics. So the acceleration of the dead side will fuel death.
Yes.
The acceleration of respecting Mother Earth, nature, etc., that we all have enough, that we are all like able to live, and Earth will sustain us, and it's enough. And it's not greedy or led by greed.
But everything is led by greed. That is also.
Oh, but if we going as a spirit route and a dead route, right? So death is fueled by greed.
Yes.
all of that
those
shit.
negative connotations.
But if we take enough, sustain ourselves aptly according to
we
seasons,
will survive. We will.
because Earth is designed to do that.
Yes.
Just to take.
So we are the cause of doing that and also perpetuating the death of Earth to create scarcity.
Exactly.
Yeah.
When God created everything that He created, He made it in a way that it's automated.
Infinite.
Exactly. Like the moment you feel like, okay, my kidneys, give it a few months. Give your kidneys a few
Regeneration.
months and you'll see for yourself.
Anything
No,
will
the doctor
regenerate.
tells you you need a new one.
Exactly, but then
you
give
need to go
yourself a
through
few
a whole
months and then you'll see the difference.
dialysis
If you don't give it time to
and you don't
heal,
need your bill is how much
You don't
at the end
need
of the
that.
day.
Exactly.
You don't
If you
need
don't
that.
give it
Is it
time to
debated?
heal, though,
I think that's debated, right?
It is.
I think that's debated. That's a strong topic. All right, cool. So I think
Dope
we're
topic.
going to Tando.
Oh, I didn't go ahead.
It's you. So what do you call Tando?
What would you say Jordan's African name would be?
Pardon?
Jordan's or South
my
African name?
Eben.
There's no name like that.
All right. Mompalo.
What's that, Jordan?
What does it mean?
What does it mean?
It means
Okay, what tribe would you wanna
Zulu.
Oprah?
No, you
I'm definitely
said
Zulu.
no. You think Zulu? No, you're
He's a Zulu man.
No, you're
I can't do.
no, you're
but you give more closer
Trust
than
me, you're
I'm not giving because of
your name is Mpolisi.
You got that
Is that good?
Your new name is Mpolisi.
This is a Zulu name.
No, I would say it's Venda.
Okay, but just
A little vendor. A little vendor.
yeah. Your name is Nicole.
He's not closer.
Yeah, he's definitely Venda.
Venda.
What's Venda mean though?
Oh, vendor is like
Valasha.
where either you're Tswana or
you're
either you're
Tsonga.
Xhosa or you're Zulu.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Venda is
tribal
one of
grouping.
the-
So your
yeah.
group would be in the north.
You could put
With
me
the
in
avocados.
You're from Limpopo.
You put
Yeah.
me.
Basically.
Limpopo.
You're from basically you're part of North. Can I tell you who you
How
are?
am I
Basically,
putting? Why am I in the north?
can I just sum it up for you? You're
Go on.
part of Skomota and Shibashiri.
Yeah, you're part of that group. They're your cousins.
Okay. Yeah,
Komota is my cousin.
They are your cousins.
I'm just gonna go to the next. I'm going to the next.
Can we please leave? Can we leave Skomota in 2023, please?
Okay, true.
Debated. Hey,
Debated is their side.
Show one side.
Our side.
goodness gracious.
Cultural appropriation. Appreciation or insensitivity. Deliberate on the concept of cultural appropriation. Is it a form of appreciation and cultural exchange? Or does it perpetuate insensitivity and disrespect?
Okay, let's unpack appropriation first.
I don't believe.
I need a drink.
Yeah.
Yeah, no ish. This one is.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go to Mr. Factsman.
Yes, let's
Yes,
first.
definitely.
Unpack appropriation. So what does appropriation mean in a dictionary context?
To the listeners that don't know.
Appropriation means
Bastardizing.
taking on something that's not part of your
Identity.
DNA, identity, character, etc.
Right. E.g.
So, for
blackface.
example, Eminem fans don't get me. If Eminem becomes the best rapper of all time, right? People might say, I said might, I didn't say me. People might say, hey, there's Big Daddy Kane, there's Public Enemy, there's Jay-Z, there's loads of other rappers. How did Eminem become a big rapper of all time? So that is misappropriation. If, for example, you decide to
cornrows and white women.
Yes,
Kim Kardashian.
That's the simplest.
It's not saying it's a bad thing. It's not saying it's a bad thing. It's about doing it and taking it as you're the originator of it. If Kim does it and then says, hey, you know
and
what?
then it becomes a trend because it's on
of
her.
Yes. And
That
that's the
happens a
problem.
lot.
That's the problem.
That happens a lot.
Big time.
And it's usually people that are not.
Guys, bams.
For me
It took
personally,
Kim Kardashian putting on bams for us to make bams cool.
I feel like it's envy.
And then black girls are getting BBLs.
I feel like it's
And then now all of a sudden
That's
she removes her implants.
Do you get what I'm saying?
She removed her
And then she removes them.
She did a whole BBL reversal kind of thing.
And now everyone thinks that, now
Let's unpack that.
Wait, who removed the bums?
Kim Kardashian.
Do you know that video of that link that says,
What? I want to say
You know what,
something so
listen,
badly,
the
but
way
I'm
you say
not.
that what is giving me courage, please. I'm gonna tell you. That random chick, very crazy.
so it's actually from a video
Don't
that
know what she's
of
doing.
some other lady seeing a cracked screen and she's like,
See no courage, please. That's giving me a lot of courage, please.
Okay, so let me take you back to begin. Okay. So the Kardashians started season 1 as in between. We don't know what they are, but it's not Puerto Rican, it's not white,
They're just the Kardashians,
it's whatever. So to establish a brand, we need to give you a
black man.
a thing, an establishing position. So we know that the white market wasn't peaking at that time, but the NFL players were the shit, right?
Yes.
So because they were positioned as the girls who are dating black men, successful black men, how do we coin this?
Yes, how do we make money? How do we
make the black market not reject you?
And love you.
Let's make you look like us.
So much. Yeah? Yes.
Without changing the color of your skin.
Let's make you look like us, right? So you can date our black men.
Yes, definitely for free.
Some people are gonna drag me because I'm saying our black men and
they are black men.
No, but you get what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
So let's make you not reject us. Let's make you cool.
Love us more.
Love us.
Yes.
I have a big bum.
I have boobs. I have a flat stomach and
I'm literally sculpted. I'm sculpted like this. I look perfect.
And let me tell you something, it's natural. I didn't go to the doctor.
Yeah.
What?
I was born like
Are you kidding me? Really, Ramaphosa?
Now. For a good span of 7 years, I have revolutionized the black woman's figure.
Yes.
Right?
As a white woman. Or whatever.
This thing that we cannot define, but I'm not white.
Yeah.
And I'm not Arab.
But I'm something.
But I'm something.
In fact, I'm colored.
No, but we're not defining what this is, but I'm not white.
Yes.
Right? Okay, fast forward. So now I've child all the blacks.
Yes.
Okay.
I even have kids with
black.
Only black. Not with a white man. The whole Kardashian family
We're not Scottish.
has kids with black guys.
No.
Besides Scott, but he's gone outside each other.
No,
Courtney stuck with him.
we still needed to keep one foot in the
She's
door, so
authentic.
we're not saying we hate you. We're still fine.
Yes.
But we've donated our two to
It's
the
fine,
cause.
guys.
Right? So, as a branding exercise, black is not cool anymore. We need to go
harder.
Then we say the most alternative. What's that place where the caucasity comes from?
Cocos Island. That's like-
So we go back to Caucus Island and we say, shit.
Actually, we might have messed up here. You know what?
Delete.
Yeah.
Delete.
Yes.
And do a whole reversal.
In Tusk.
Yes.
And do a whole reversal.
After how many years?
Why? Because my branding job now,
It's done. I've made enough money.
and guess what my ex-husband did? Said, if you two, join us.
So I'm in the lead. I'm the GQ LGBTQ women, men
I
of
am
the
your
year.
friend, guys. I was
I will
never
never
part
hate
of
on
this
you.
mess, and I need to sell skims.
I will never hate on you,
Girl, I need to
guys.
sell skims.
I have something
Guess
else
who
to
has
push
money
now.
guess who has money to buy skims? Have you checked the price of skims?
White people.
Yadura.
White people
Big
have
time.
money.
But
Big time.
because I want boobs and the things like that, I need to sell tea.
And
you guys.
and now she's using black models like SZA, SZA, and Cardi B to market skims. By the way,
So also,
black
we
women
don't-
with another
we don't-
modified
so-
body because none of them have a body that was natural. So she's going for people that will look like her brand. She'll never go for this.
But then guess what I did? I created another norm. So we off that because I've made all of you go,
Yes.
And now,
now I'm back here.
To me.
I'm healthy, I'm
Oh,
wholesome.
thank you so much. I'm even gymming.
I'm gymming 3 times a day and I'm vegan.
taking care of myself.
Love you guys. Please buy skims though. Love you.
And get a BBL.
And you know what? People are buying skims.
They are.
Okay.
But this was so deep. It was just women speaking.
Yeah, right.
I really love
Just
this.
women.
One thing that actually,
Branding.
one thing that it was like a light bulb moment that I had. Why you were saying
Branding,
that?
positioning, marketing.
I hear you guys 100%. But then, don't you guys think that we should put part of the blame?
There's no blame.
Kim and her
There's no
sisters.
blame.
Listen, Kim and her sisters have 2 friends that are very close to them, to their family.
Oh no,
which are
Khadija,
twins.
it's Chloe. Khadija and Dundun.
Yes,
They're twins
yes, yeah.
and they're black.
It's Chloe.
So shouldn't we put
Allegedly.
some
Allegedly.
blame on them?
Yeah.
Can we put a very allegedly? Thank you.
Allegedly.
Okay.
We need an allegedly for that. Allegedly.
Allegedly give them some blame as well.
But what can you sue me for though?
Exactly.
No,
Who gonna check me, boo?
Okay, but in relation, outside of Kim Kardashian and everything, I'm going back to blackface. Those blackface that was trending, that was cultural appropriation. Those blackface that was trending where white people take black stuff and
Okay, wait, let's...
Yeah.
Rewind.
Yes.
Okay. So we said appropriation is owning something
That is not yours.
that's not yours. Okay. So we've spoken about the Kardashian culture, Mpundu, BBLs, right? So now we are all getting fucked up. And then we come back here. What's the gap that we are all missing?
We don't know.
No,
Self-love.
For me,
The self-love and the ownership of ourselves that
For
cannot
me-
be stolen from us.
For me, it's good that you said that, because when I was listening, I'm saying
I can't take something that you don't own.
I can't blame the Kardashians. I can't blame Eminem. I can't blame all of these people, because I do blame. It's good that you just came around the circle. I do blame
You.
us.
Yeah.
Us.
It's you.
Because at the end of the day, it's not about blocking what we have. If you have a race that's not united, and not trying to be united, you're going to be attacked.
That's
People are going to
that's
use what you have.
very, very
If you
true,
walk in a
Jordan.
room, for example, no, you don't see the might you have, right? And then someone else
Okay, but
steals
Jordan, why
what
when
you've
black
got.
men get money, they go for white chicks?
That's
Well,
true.
that's
a very deep topic. Yeah.
I don't think that's what happened.
No, it
I don't think that's what happened. I don't think that's what. No, man. You asked me a question. I don't think that's what happened.
Nia Long said it.
I don't think that's what
Once you
happened.
get on here, your ass for a white.
I think if you're not prepared to learn, you're never gonna learn. If you're prepared to just make noise, you're never gonna learn.
Don't drag
When
me.
you make a certain amount of money, say you're, for example, a basketballer, right? You've never been in that certain tax bracket, so they control where you go to. They have an event. Wait. Let me land. You're going to an event, right? It's a month event. They've set up the event that you're going to meet your future wife in that event. You don't even know that. They've set your life up. So you go to this event, you're a basketballer. Oh, it's the
You're
end of
raking
year
millions
conference. You're
in,
raking
you know.
millions. And the manager's daughter is there. Or the manager's daughter's friend is there. You are surrounded by people that don't look like you because they have created
for me
that.
and Kanye, dog, please.
Huh?
Like,
No, but look, at the end of the day, this is what I'm trying to say
just
to you.
speak to him, dog.
And she's so serious.
Deadass.
She's so serious.
So what I'm saying to you is,
Doc, please.
your
Your plea has been noted.
Yes. We have written it down.
It's to management.
Yeah.
So I think it's the way it's set up as well. It's the way it's set up. If you go to America, you go to UK, go to these places, when you're, for example, you get a certain amount of money, and you say you're from the hood, and you get a certain amount of money, you're a multi-millionaire now. You buy a house in the hood, you get robbed every single day. When are you going to get up in the morning and think, I'm getting out of here? Right? Because I can't be going through this every single day. I want to be about the community, I want to be about that life, but it's like, people are like, you're not part of us anymore. Right? So you move to a neighborhood. So in that neighborhood now, every single day you see certain people, and then you get, it's like the story Get Out. If you watch the film Get Out, you start getting to see with certain people. So it literally is conditioning. So again, it goes back to what I'm saying. If we don't love it, like also, so you in that neighborhood that's made it now, you're successful in that neighborhood. Rather than people trying to rob you, people should be saying, I want to learn from you.
Exactly.
So it's back to education. People should be like, hey, how did you do it?
Remember when I asked about
jealousy
the gap?
comes into play.
That's true.
The gap.
No black man will ever say,
I'm touching on that.
Let's go.
No, so I'm touching on the gap. So there's three things about the gap. We have been conditioned to hate ourselves.
Facts.
Kick down the ladder once one goes up, right? But it links back to self-hate. So also linking back to the conversation, the original sin last year. When will we love ourselves?
For who you are.
Authentically.
Besides loving ourselves, to love ourselves, remember we said Ubuntu is our mantra for the year. So if I love me so much, I cannot hate you.
That's true.
I cannot desire hateful.
Love thy neighbor like you love yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that originality of no, it's not originality. It's the premise of I love me so much that therefore I cannot will you ill.
Ever.
But it happens in our families where the motherfuckers want to just
Yeah, they want to just.
Yeah.
Bring the same home.
Bring
Bring
it
the
down.
same home.
Bring it
Yeah.
down.
Yeah.
How can someone wish you ill?
Black
Yeah.
man, love thy neighbor.
Yeah.
and then linking back to the black man loving his woman. And that's where it's like I have to polish you, therefore I need to put someone lighter next to you. Why?
That's true.
Why?
It's like
Say again, repeat it.
I need to polish you in the branding world. Remember we went to Kim Kardashian? We said we need to brand her in a sense that the black community doesn't reject her.
Yeah.
But you cannot affirmatively say, I am not white, but I'm not black.
Yeah,
but
I'm in between. I'm in
like
between.
you.
Yeah, guys, I'm with you guys.
But if Kanye, college dropouts.
Oh, what a master man.
Because he was with a
Yeah, but the point is, this is what I'm trying to say to you. Like, it comes to a level. It comes to a level that people are not thinking like that. People are not thinking
But
like
it's
that.
a self-love thing.
Exactly. And someone's on the yay level, it's not sitting there calculating it based on race, because that's why at some point he said something, he said race is a choice, and people said, "Boy, like, you're crazy, why are you saying stuff like that?" What he's trying to say is a mindset, it's a trap in the mindset, because there was a time where race wasn't a question. Like, race is now a question because we've made race a question. It's not us that are the fault of it. As a black man, I'm not the fault of making race a question. It's the years of slavery, colonialism, it's years of that. But now, we can't base
The
our lives on
degradation
the
of
same-
identity
Exactly.
from
But
establishment.
there is going to be a point where, like, we just have to raise ourselves and wake up from that mental slavery. Bob Marley himself said, emancipate yourself from mental slavery, because nothing but our mind can free our mind. And what he's trying to explain is that, does the spirit have a color?
No.
Okay, so if you spend
Water
your
has
life,
no enemy.
that's what I'm saying.
Fela.
So if you spend your life debating the issues of color and appropriation, the devil's got you trapped in what he wants to have you trapped, because it's a maze. Because it's like, all right, look, I can sit here and discuss for 10 hours that Eminem took over hip-hop and blah, 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 blah.
But he just spits because he emulated it from the other dudes.
You understand what I'm saying to you? That means nothing in the grand scheme of things, because the grand scheme of things, my spirit ain't still changed. I'm still going into a room and I'm not able to ascend through that room. So you have to be able to rise up in spirit, because this low conversation and this low race conversation, it's actually designed as it is.
Divide and conquer.
It's not. There is no, like, because there was times where the Irish were regarded lower
That's profound.
than even black people. There was times where if I said to you, all right, like the Mongolians are the Chinese, like most Chinese are from South Africa. What do you say about that? Did you know? Have you seen South Africans with eyes that look like Chinese?
No.
Like even if
Do your research. What I've just said to you, you're saying no, but you don't even. You've not. I've done the research.
But you asked me a question and I
What is
answered
it?
it. He said, do you know South African that is Chinese? I said, no. Don't say,
Do your research. And Chinese race
I didn't know.
that comes from here. That's why there are people in South Africa that have eyes like Chinese. Do your research. And then do your research where they come from.
Same height, same. But they just
But
don't
the
have
Chinese,
potteries.
there was
Wait, guys, why do Chinese have big potteries?
big what?
Potteries.
calves.
Calves.
Everyone did the same thing.
No, but why do Chinese have big calves? Like, you will not find a Chinese person with bad legs.
I mean, I've
they
never
work
looked at
at
a Chinese
Shein.
person's legs.
Where do you find the Chinese?
No, but
What did you say, Little? Were you like, what did you say?
Just shut it.
But can we say as a construct for 2024, right?
Right.
So, like, certain topics. Yo, 2023 had us, boy. What?
Yo, by the neck.
So like this. Basically, like
By the testicles, my boy.
by the tits.
So I think we got the final topic.
Wait, so we are saying appropriate. No, we can move on.
Alright.
But appropriation conversation. I think we established like the whole self-love conversation, but can we crystallize it and cement it in this year?
Yes,
Yeah.
Where nothing that is yours can be stolen.
True.
Where nothing that looks opposite to you is a threat.
Yes.
Especially your fellow woman.
Yeah. Okay, let's just
Yeah.
let's debate it.
Let the church say
Amen.
Nicole.
Let the ladies say. Let the ladies say.
we
Amen.
are not your enemy.
We're not your enemies.
That's what the great.
Right, so this is the last card of the day, right?
Can you take it out?
I really think you gotta do this one.
All right.
Yeah,
mix it up.
Feminist power, okay? I felt the feminist vibes.
A masculine energy.
Jesus Christ.
We left that.
We left that in
I like
the
it. We literally left that in 2023.
Hey, I'm sorry.
All right.
We are soft girlies.
I'm not going to put it back in the box. You guys will have to deal with this one. First one to go. Cancel culture. Justice or threat to free speech? Delve into the concept of cancel culture. Is it a powerful tool for holding people accountable? Does it pose a threat to free speech and open dialogue? Cancel culture. Now,
Guys,
cancel
is Diddy
culture-
going to jail this year?
No.
No.
Is there wine somewhere?
So I don't want to speak too much on that actually, but if he were to,
Warren's best friend is Diddy. Why are we
running to
if he were to go to jail, right?
I wish
It would have happened by now. The way I see it.
Oh man, I can't talk about this.
It really breaks my heart,
But
but the
that's-
thing is, it's fucking Stockholm Syndrome. It's Stockholm Syndrome.
Yep.
Because
Staying with your kidnapper.
This is
besides that, right?
Leave this one out.
No. Look at it this way. Remember we spoke about Stogo? Stogo. And then Stogo in reverse is black men owning white women
Yeah.
in reverse.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. It's okay.
okay. It's okay.
All right.
Land the plane. Fly the thing to
It's interesting.
So when you have a certain amount of money, you will buy people, and then you will control people, and you will tell people what to do.
Yes.
According to whatever your dark, twisted fantasy is.
Like any other boss.
Really?
No, wow, Johnny, don't take it out.
Can we get much higher? So high.
I'm
So, there's a certain amount of money that you have, and whether you are healed or not will govern your behavior.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
And with a certain amount of inebriation and things, things,
Yeah.
you'll be directed and steered into that direction.
Thanks.
So what if one day I say girls kiss, and then I say boys kiss?
Aye.
No. But this is because of the amount of money I have.
It's
And then I say, let me shit in your mouth as my toilet.
And
then I say-
that trended. That
And then
trended.
really
in
did
South
trend.
Africa. Remember that actually trended in South
2023,
Africa, that
yeah.
Dubai party.
Yeah.
You didn't watch it. You watched that.
But that is just because of the fact that now I have owned more than
So
gold.
unlike you.
I have so much gold that now I own souls.
No, can we pause?
Okay.
You can't recover from that shit, fuck off. You can't. Tag it.
Let's go.
Let's go, Jordan. Let's hear you out. Jordan, let's hear you out.
Look.
I'm gonna marry him, it's fine. We'll sort it out in the front.
Whoa.
We'll sort it and it's fine.
Look.
No, sizolungisa lento yabona.
Mrs. West.
She's speaking to West, Mr. West, wake up,
It's
Mr. West, Mr. West.
It's a little situation, yeah. And I've got to be very careful. I'm wearing this.
Don't worry, babe. We've got you
respect.
here in South Africa.
I
Yeah.
respect anybody
Women have not
who has been through, people doing stuff to them.
any traumatic any
No, we are not.
Wait.
No, If we describe
Next thing you know, this will be a traumatic experience.
Jordan chose my
So controversial.
So I just want to say,
in me describing what people do with a lot of money does not mean that I condone it.
exactly, but I just want
No
to
one
say,
should.
But I just want to say something. There's God. There. Number one, there is no safe space to have this conversation properly because people. You're judged. That's why it's called cancel culture. You're judged by the public opinion. So, number two. Wait. Let me land.
Let's go back to
Number
the cards.
two. Wait. Hurt people.
hurt people. Period. I believe that
Nobody.
completely.
When I heard R. Kelly's story.
Let's go back to
let
the
me
ground
land.
before R. Kelly.
Wait. Because R. Kelly came before Chris
No,
Brown.
they all have the same situation.
Yeah, R. Kelly came before Chris Brown. Wait.
Because R. Kelly said that his
R.
brother
Kelly's
raped
also,
him.
wait. R. Kelly's mom.
Allegedly, mom
Allegedly.
card is coming up.
Allegedly, we really need that
We need that
card.
card.
His mother.
Allegedly.
His mother.
Allegedly.
Fam.
Allegedly.
Farm.
Allegedly.
Farm.
No, let me just continue. So,
Bruv.
let me continue.
Bruv, that's
Let me-
wild.
Let me continue. That's wild. So why the question is that there's no accountability on both sides. You see a guy or you see a woman acting crazy when they've got power or when they are in a sole sense of authority. The
Because
question you
you
have
are
to ask
overriding
is,
who
what
abused you.
happened? What happened?
How did it get
So
there?
how did it get here? So if you don't ask that question, if you don't ask that question, you're going to have it. It's never stopped. This is keeps happening. Every generation it keeps happening. Is
So
there
let's say you're saying there
Guys.
is-
I was pregnant in COVID. They released 2 docus on Netflix. Michael Jackson and R. Kelly. Surviving R. Kelly and Never Neverland on Dun Dun. So the one said they found swill undies in Never Neverland. The other said I was by my brother or uncle.
Yeah.
Both of those things we had no choice but to watch because we were in captivity.
That's right.
At that time,
as
yes.
humanity. So does that not sensitize us? Because remember last year when we were talking about predictive programming?
I'm going to take the
Can
unpopular
I
stand
speak?
here. I'm going to take the very unpopular stand here.
I'm gonna speak. Can I
Motherfuckers!
I'm not saying that anyone who's ever been through a traumatic experience, that it should be swept under the rug at all. I would never do that and I would never say that. What I can say, that your very special friends, they
That's
plan
different.
things in a way that there's a lot of things that go about black celebrities that is trending in today's age, and I don't believe that. I don't believe all of it because of the fact that the moment if you're a household name and we want to get rid of you, how are we going to do that?
Kill you.
No. That's too obvious.
No, we kill you or
We're gonna
we
kill your
destroy you.
presence
No,
and
no,
your
no,
name and your
no. What you
brand.
do? Let me
Understand.
see. You're onto something.
We kill
what you do?
your
No. What you
song
do?
that we
No.
built.
What you do? Aye.
That is.
So what we do is
We take back what we
tell
gave
you when you're 14 that it's okay to say
do this.
A, B, C. And you're 14, and then at
This happened to
15
one of our
we give
presidents.
you loads of things to say it's okay to do ABC, and we're filming you while you're doing your ABC at 16, at 17, at 18, 19. You, from the time you were a child, Michael Jackson was a child, so the time you're a child, they tell you everything you're doing is okay.
And then when you do
So
You're still a child. It's okay.
one day
You know?
when you're an adult, someone tells you, I'm sorry, this is not okay. So you go back to the person who said it was okay and said, hey,
Yeah,
this
but-
is not okay. They say, so what you want to do about it? I want to denounce everything. So you want to denounce everything? Let me show you some videos. You see this?
Imagine.
This is your life.
This is
This is your
But this is your.
everything you did.
Or even better, now they
Feel
say you have to
sick.
kill someone. Or you have to do something. And you're like, no, I'm not gonna do it. You're like,
that's
oh,
the
you're not
thing,
gonna?
the least-
Okay, here is your entire childhood. Here is your entire childhood.
I'm just gonna. I just want to go back to the fact that
It's crazy.
I'm going back to the fact that
Please
most
check
of the
my phone and
things,
how, because we need to go live now.
most of the things that happen in anyone's life comes from childhood. Number one.
It stems from childhood. 100%.
Number two.
Yes.
I always tell older people that are older than me that whatever it is that you've done and what you've gone through, or whatever it is that you, please stop passing it over to the next generation. I need you to stop doing that. I need you to stop this.
Do you
Stop.
forgive though?
Can I continue?
No, wait, do you forgive though?
Can I
It's
continue?
important.
I was coming there.
All
That's
right.
what I'm saying. Can I continue?
I'll let you
Right? So, everything that you do in your life needs to come specifically from the heart. And before the and beneath the heart is the
The heart is
soul.
in the middle.
Exactly, it's the
The
soul.
middle.
Right?
Yes.
In the soul.
Yeah, that's the lung. That's the lung.
Oh, and sorry guys, I was pointing at my breathing section. In the heart.
That's the-
Right? So, it's up to you as an individual. I always say that. I'm not saying I don't care about what you went through. I'm so sorry that
Fuck
you
your
went through that.
feelings.
Mara, go.
All about choice.
I'm not saying that you were not supposed to go through that. I'm not saying that you were supposed to go through that.
Yeah.
But every human has their own experiences. But it's up to you as Warren. Whether you take that your dad did to you, or that your mom did to you, or that whoever did to you, it's up to you whether do I take that and do I make it me? Do I make it who
Do
I
I
am?
let it define me, or do I delete?
Or do I cut it off?
Or do I
Or do I
delete?
cut it off? Because
Or do
initially,
I delete?
if you decide as an individual that I got raped when I was young, I'm going to rape other people. Why?
Exactly.
Why?
Yeah,
but also,
toxicity,
it's
man.
all in the mindset. I'll tell you something. When someone does something wrong to you and you can't get over it, it becomes a mental illness.
True.
Yeah.
That is very true.
But automatically
Spoils everything.
it's like having a bag of potatoes and one gets rotten. All of them will start getting
Yeah.
rotten.
Exactly.
Right? But it's your decision whether do I take that rotten potato out or do I keep it there?
Yeah,
And
let it spoil all the other potatoes. Goes back to personal choices.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Goes back to
I hate it when people say, this is just who I am.
Yeah,
Stop.
no.
Stop it.
Delete.
My mom made me like this.
No,
Shut up.
delete. Just delete.
Shut your mouth and throw the key away.
Just delete.
No, you
For me
can't, you
personally,
can't delete though. You can't delete because deleting means you miss the lesson.
And you don't heal.
So-
Deleting
Don't
means you
heal.
don't heal.
So, sorry, you said deleting means what?
You miss the lesson.
You miss what?
You miss the lesson. You have to feel through whatever you went through.
And that's what they tell you in psychologists. And I interviewed one of the most greatest psychologists in the world, Richard Bandler. Richard Bandler created what they call NLP, which is neuro-linguistic
Yes,
programming.
and tapping and
yes,
Yeah.
and he said he'd been doing this psychology way where they say, let's heal you. For years, for 70 years he's been doing it. This guy is now 80-something. And he started very, very young doing psychology.
Is
and
he alive?
He's alive. He's
is he
alive
single?
now.
Oh my God, Kanye, actually, never mind.
Someone get cancelled. Cancelled. She's not serious about you.
Let's clearly.
Clearly, you can move on in seconds. Clearly, there is no hands. But what So what this Richard Bandler guy found out? Actually, the interviews on SoundCloud. You can listen to the interview because everything I'm saying you can see there. This guy was the creator of NLP, New Linguistic Programming, which everyone is using now.
So NLP. Wait, you have to unpack first.
Unpack it.
You must unpack it.
Oh, I can unpack. NLP is Neuro Linguistic Programming, the art of deleting and restructuring trauma. Now,
wait, no. Because people don't have the language that we have.
Okay.
So you have to take it back from the source.
To the beach. Okay.
And it was just you and me.
It's a song.
All right.
Cause the city don't feel good no more.
I don't.
So we have to take it back to, because what we assume is that there's comment, like people are woke. People are
I don't even believe in woke.
Some people are fake woke. I hate it so
I don't
much.
believe in woke. I don't even like the word woke.
So, okay, NLP is a healing construct that now people use through training and...
Look, it's very simple. Let's just keep it simple. You have your mind, you have your body, you have your soul.
Correct.
Your mind is a computer.
Yes.
Your mind keeps your memories. Your mind brings back your memories when you need it. So, for example, hey, if I walk through that door, last time I got burned through that door, do you remember that memory of being burned through that door? Don't walk through that door.
And then, yes.
And then if you sit here, you want to be sad, if you like actors and actresses
mind is
watching,
the engine.
The mind could tell you, bring back that situation I was sad in.
And yes, and be sad again. Be sad again.
The problem.
But it's be sad again because I want to remind you that your fingers got burned.
The problem is your body doesn't know what's fake and what's true. So your body's
an animal. Your body's a puppy. It's a dog.
Every single time
it's a dog.
you remind your body of pain, your body becomes sick and ill.
Yamona. So the dog only knows good human, bad human.
And there was even a
Sad.
And the moment you
science
kick the dog, it will stop coming to you.
Exactly.
There you go.
Because that it's
So back to the situation.
It's
That's why you have to delete. Because if
and that's
you
why
don't
dogs
delete,
are loyal to a fault.
Well, there you go.
That's why I love cats.
There was even a scientist called Pavlov that did a theory about dogs. Pavlov theory. But this is why you have to delete. You have to delete because once you understand that the mind,
It's redundant.
If you don't delete, what you're going to do is you're going to play back this stuff.
It's going to be a cycle that takes you back.
Trauma loop.
Yes.
Trauma loop.
So guess what now? You've made all your money. You're now a success. You're a multi-billionaire, right?
But just don't pour in your head.
You didn't delete. So one day, with all the money that happens, someone comes in the door, reminds you of
But you're still losing here with 20 rand.
That's why I was emphasizing the point. You just need to
Scarce awareness.
Yeah, sometimes you definitely just need to delete because otherwise you prolong something that should have been dealt with a long time ago.
That's it.
And it catches you at a time that you should have dealt with
That's it.
by now.
So just to go back to the topic of
So from your point
culture,
of view,
I
right?
think delete is the way forward. Hashtag
Yes.
Cancel
Hashtag
culture,
delete.
guys. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion.
No.
Don't get me wrong.
I have opposing visions of or versions of this, right? And maybe you can do this from the side. So, as humans, we must understand, and this is my construct on marriage. You must be committed to the person. In my version, in my 20s, in the version in my 30s,
every single
and the version in my 40s.
So
Because I made a fucked up mistake because I didn't have access to the information, the wealth, and the shit that I had in my 20s or my 30s, does it mean that will dictate my 50s and my 60s?
Pause.
Why am I canceling you as a whole human being?
Strong. What you just said is strong. When you were 9 years old, 10 years old, you might have said something racial.
No. Take it back to 3 months old. You shut yourself.
Exactly. So
don't forget.
someone brings that back to you.
You have a
Someone brings that back to you in today's world and says, remember what you did when you were 15 or 14. That really was the worst thing in the world. But now you're famous. So now they have evidence as well of you doing
Now
this
you have money and we ask again.
So the question is, there is no forgiveness then.
So it
goes back to.
So I'm judging you based on the fact that you just got money. You have no context on money.
I mean,
I just love the parable. I can't know the parable. Maybe you can't know the parable where a prostitute slept with someone's husband or whatever, and then people went to stone the prostitute, right? People went to stone the prostitute.
Oh, yeah.
And then Jesus says, he who hasn't sinned cast the first stone. And that's,
Yeah, so throw the stones now.
you don't do it for anything. So because at the end of the day,
Where's your rock?
No, guys, like honestly, like what we're saying is it's very it's very crucial because some people do make mistakes, and the thing is, when you make a mistake in the public eye, it's not the same. You know what I mean? If I had to get into a fight with
But I'm
somebody,
cancelling
and
the
something
version of
happens-
you that presented itself when I didn't know better.
That's true.
Yes.
And I've cancelled you for your whole fucking life.
You see, that's the
Like
thing.
that.
and that's wrong.
I believe that cancel culture is wrong.
Can I tell you something?
Especially like South Africa.
Can I tell you something?
South
Last
Africa
video got
also.
released of him running and his chick was following him running. What's that actor called? That actor, Michael.
Word is going through it now with Megan Good.
Yeah. What's his name?
I remember
Jonathan Mayers.
Jonathan Mayers.
Jonathan Mayers.
There's a video
Yeah.
of him coming out of a car, running and everything. That night was the night he won an Oscar.
Yes.
That
Yes.
night.
They didn't want him to win the Oscar.
So guess what's happening, right? The night that Will Smith was going to win an Oscar, which he knew about, he'd slap somebody. And after how many years have you ever heard Will Smith slap somebody?
At all.
So then
At
all this
all.
stuff starts coming back on him. Now what I'm trying to explain to you is that cancel culture works if the public doesn't forgive people for mistakes.
But I'm saying cancel culture is incorrect because if I accept you and I'm saying I do, I said I do.
Do you?
I love you so much.
I love you so much. Forever and ever.
Yellow.
Forever.
Forever?
Right? I said I.
Forever?
Ever?
I said I do.
Oh
I said I
shit!
do.
This is a marriage proposal.
Happening live on Debated with Captain America.
Kanye's live. No, Kanye. No. Kanye.
And we're influencing
No, it's coming back to the flag.
Oh, for real?
You said dog.
It's yay. You call it
No,
yay?
he's going back to his Bantu name.
That's what-
Kanye.
All right.
Kanye. So my thing is, if I commit to a human being,
What a joke.
bitch.
Kanyile. What?
Can you see like?
And then what's West?
Yeah.
Sotra.
Cologne.
But like, yeah.
Wait, so if I commit to you and your human journey, it does not mean your cold day is every day. And that's the unfortunate part about canceling you for a bad thing you did today when you are
And letting your mistakes
uneducated.
define
You were not refined.
goes to
You
what you
just
said now.
got $1 million or $1 million and you come from a poverty mentality and you're fucking hurt. You have not seen a therapist in your life and that moment you reacted by a trigger.
Exactly, it's like what you said just now a few minutes ago. You actually said that he without sin cast the first stone. So,
Where's that rocks, my boy?
because most people want to cast stones, but then they forget, like you're forgetting that literally a day ago you did one to
Can
do
I
that.
just
My boy,
say
let me tell you right now, right? So like,
cancel culture.
Yeah.
Look at culture cancel.
Eh?
Cancel culture.
cancel
Right?
the culture.
Cancel culture. I feel like people forget that people are human.
That's
And
what
allowed
I'm
to make
saying.
mistakes.
You're allowed
Yes.
to make that mistake.
Yes.
And then let me tell you something. You've probably done something worse than you want
You
to
see,
do.
the thing is about the industry.
As long as you're just judging that person
human.
because they're in the limelight.
I always
Yes.
tell people that if you ever had to go through cancel culture, it hurts. Yes, you're allowed to feel. Don't get me wrong. You're allowed to feel any type of way. But I need you to think in your head that these are people. There's no cancel culture that happens. And yes, in real life, people will call you names.
Yes.
But everything happens through typing. This could be a
Fela, you must
machine.
know that the
This
moment
could
you're
be
in the
a
public
generated
eye,
machine that's
the moment
constantly.
you're in the
Okay,
public
please hold
eye,
this. Hold my phone.
This could be a generated
Guys,
machine
so,
that is constantly
on-
running.
You remember when I told you guys that one fine day because this is a happier couch? What happened in my day?
So many things.
I slept for 2 hours.
Your son was in
My
hospital.
son,
Yeah.
You're
And this is
going
real
to
time.
Yeah.
That's exactly
We
what
know
I'm
the story.
saying.
they came for me and said, "Fuck you, your life, non-gay,
You're fake and whatnot.
Everything.
Exactly
And I was
what I'm
based on what?
saying.
One mistake.
No, it wasn't a mistake.
Right. That's the thing.
It was human reaction. Our celebrities not supposed
You had every
to
right
react.
to feel the way
Our
that you were
celebrities
feeling.
not
And
supposed
can I
to
tell you
go through
something?
emotions.
Can I tell you something? It's not even related to
this is
celebrities.
public,
You can get
but
cancelled
in the
as Cabello
public-
on
but
debated.
no,
Why
but
am
the
I
thing
not allowed
is,
to have a
but the
fucking
thing
bad
is,
day?
The moment you are in the public eye, they place this massive responsibility
We're
to
putting
say
it
that
on you
you
now.
cannot. You
can't mess up.
can't react.
You can't mess up
react,
also.
You can't mess
Yes.
up. I mean, look, if today I get into a fight with somebody, nobody cares. Why? Because I'm not in the public
That's
eye.
true.
Yes.
But let Nicole here just say a bad
Throw
word
the
to
hair.
somebody because of somebody provoking her.
So what I
You know
say?
what I mean? Like,
so what I say? Try and cancel me. I'ma show you. I'll go in on your life.
You were just
Man,
like, you know what?
I will find every single secret in your
colours.
black book.
But
Trust
On
me, I will. I know.
see, like-
I am.
You were
And I will find
But the thing is,
I'll
are
find it.
people in the public eye not supposed to have faults?
Exactly.
But
I'm
and the
human being.
public also feels very entitled to the
Entitled.
Yo!
Can I tell you something?
Exactly that.
Can I tell you something?
Entitlement
In
to
life,
somebody's
there
life.
is a mistake and there's something that you did deliberately. Let's not get that twisted. Number one.
100%.
There's something that you could have done and said, guys, it was actually a mistake. There's certain people that will say, I get that, or whatever. But if you claim that it was a mistake, but you knew your intentions when you were doing it, and you're getting cancelled with every
No, but we're talking about superficially. So
okay. So
yeah.
superficially,
Yeah.
people must just stop being realistic.
So we're saying
you're human. I'm human. You must understand what I went through. Put yourself. I always tell people that put yourself in my shoes.
Yes.
That's all you must do. If I'm going through pain, you probably know what it feels like to go through what I'm going through.
Because you went through pain before.
Because you want to please whoever that you want to please by being the big boss on Twitter. Please them.
I think it's sad because at the end of the day,
just
a
check
lot
it
of people think sin is exclusive, and
That's
a lot of people
the
think sin is you're judged by
Sin.
the level of sin.
Oh, I'm hearing
Yeah.
sin.
So every sin is the same. Like whatever you think.
No,
Wait.
no,
I'm just
no,
saying.
no.
Let me land.
It is the same.
Let me land. I'm talking about. When I'm
The
talking
Bible
about
was
things, I'm
written
talking.
3 times, my boy.
I'm talking about how Jesus saw
Exactly.
the worst sinners.
How do you know?
He said it.
He made a shower wash feet now. She there fuck.
Anyway.
He said, my sister, come join
the
me
proof-
because
the
I don't
proof-
want your tinting now.
Stop this team.
Stop this thing.
Nicole
You see, no.
I'm still gonna
Land the plane.
I'm still gonna land the plane. I'm still gonna land the plane. I'm still gonna land the plane.
Cool now.
I'm still gonna land the plane. I really think.
Wash
and
my feet, wash my balls.
At the end of the day, I am not advocating anybody that does anything that's
Don't.
crazy. All I'm saying to you is that if we believe in a God of love, we have to believe that
You must love
there's
it.
a lot of
The
people.
whole story,
There is
the
a
whole
lot of
story.
people who are practicing sin. That's even way
What is sin,
and they
though?
know,
What
that's
is
what I'm
sin?
saying. Sin is when you know that you're affecting somebody else. Doesn't matter what it is. Like, for example, if you steal from someone, you're affecting someone else. If you do something to someone else that affects their happiness, their life, you're affecting somebody else. If you know something is evil and you do something, you're demonstrating a demon that's possessed you.
Sometimes
Now the
you
point
see
is,
yourself as
and the
well.
point
Yes.
is, a demon can possess you. There's people who are in prison right now that they come out of prison and they're like, what the fuck was that? So they come out of prison and they come out of prison and they're like, I don't know why, I can't believe I did that. That you just took off a whole school.
By
And
that
you're like,
time,
I've never
like-
done this in my life. Something happened.
The same way you can have
It's a
Sign
demon.
up.
spiritual
It's a demon.
experiences.
It's a demon.
Don't you think that in the parallel something can take
So
over
at the end
and
of the day,
somebody
I'm just
can
saying there
do
has
things?
to be a level of forgiveness on both
And
sides.
can I tell you, the moment you forgive that, Jordan, your heart starts all
You're
over again.
free.
You
You're
start.
free.
It's like you.
It's like you're born again. It feels
And that's
so.
my point.
Born again.
I hope that point is
It's
not
like
true.
born again.
Your heart
I am not
peels
saying.
off
I'm
and
not
it
saying
starts
what
again.
people
It's like
do.
a new
are
layer.
wrong.
A new
You're
one.
right. I am saying,
And it
the
says
moment
chapter
you
5,
forgive,
Page chapter 5.
you're deleted
You are made
the
new.
pain. You cannot drink
His
poison
image.
and expect someone else to die.
That's true.
So if you're feeling pain for something that someone has done for you, you don't delete the feeling of that pain, you're going to go the rest of your life feeling that pain. And
That's
if
true.
that person doesn't feel that pain, and then one day, 15 years later, 20 years later, you catch them out, you're like, now you feel the pain. You've left you 20 years
It's
of
on you,
your
and
life.
it's on you. It's on
solely
you.
on
So
You've
at
been
some
dealing
point,
with that.
yeah.
The next person has moved on from it.
Even if you catch it, like towards the end now, well, wherever we just called, we'll have to deal with their pain now for what they've done. But the thing is, somebody else has been dealing with their own pain for 20 years.
Yes.
And the thing is,
Yes.
what's the lesson we're giving to people? Because everybody sat in this room has been through something very traumatic in their lives.
Absolutely.
So at some point, you have to stand and get up in the morning and just say, you know what?
I'm
I'm
done.
over it.
I'm done.
Over it.
I'm done.
Somebody hold
Like,
this.
I'm actually
I want to share the bar. So, I've spoken about this to my close group of friends, and I think for me, with my separation and all of those things, I took the definitive stance that said I will not be scarred by this experience because I am not that person. I am not this moment.
I'm not letting
I
you
am not
define me right
this
now.
thing.
Yes.
Right? Now I can go back into my childhood where it's a girl with green eyes and dimples and whatever, and things were done there. Do I hold those people accountable for that stuff? No, I don't. I'll tell you why.
You can't, eh?
I'll tell you why. Because that person is more broken than I was
Oof, that's the
to
thing.
do that.
Sometimes they're not, but yeah.
Show me. That person is more broken
100%.
to do anything to you. And I'm not leading it in not so many words, but I've had that experience. That person is more broken now than they were then.
Or you meet the same person years from now, and that person is a pastor.
It is not even my journey to understand or unpack or police how much God has flogged you or not flogged you.
It's not your job.
Or it's not me.
That's very true.
But I relinquish and release whatever it is your story. Because my story is not yours.
That's true. That's so true.
Definitely.
And whatever decision you took to do whatever
Whatever
to
it
a
is at
young
that
girl,
time, yes.
old girl, whatever, it's got fuck all to do with
It
me.
has nothing to
What has everything to do with me
I've dealt
is how I look at you,
And I've dealt with it.
and it's not there. So that person comes to you at a family thing, and they feel uncomfortable. You are here.
That's why I'm saying it is
What's
solely on
happening?
them.
Not my happiness,
Yeah.
bitch. Fuck you.
Yeah.
So to just conclude this whole topic, right, Jordan, because I feel like we've been going on for a very, very long time.
It's a
Cancel
good
culture
topic.
is just realize that
Don't
you're
cancel
o-
my moments. Don't cancel my life
You're
for a
only
moment.
human. You're human as well, and stop trying to dictate what goes on in people's lives.
Don't
Yeah,
give
stop
anyone
Stop.
the power
to
make you
dictate
feel
less than what you are.
yes.
Yes.
It doesn't matter what they've done to your life. You
Thank
have
you so
to
much.
relinquish giving them the power, and you have to understand the power of forgiveness. Even if even if you're forgiving
Cleanse your
someone
heart.
who
I always
doesn't
tell people,
deserve
Cleanse
to,
your heart.
Cleanse your heart.
It's for you.
Wait,
even if you're forgiving someone who doesn't deserve to be forgiven.
No, you won't lawyer me because I'm
Right.
I am with
Yeah,
you.
yes, you
God
can't.
is on my
You can't
side.
even reach
I think that's
that.
debated.
I'm not with
You can't even reach that.
I think that's debated. That's debated. Right?
Yeah, that's
That's
the
debated.
That was a final topic for episode 3 of Debated. So we are going to conclude by playing a game that we normally play, but let's make the game short and sweet.
No, but
Because
it's
a lot
a
of people need
shot.
to go to the toilet, because I'm going to lie to you, a lot of people need to go to the toilet. I can see the straight face. Anyway, let's
Wait. But is Kanye gonna marry me next year?
Well, I think you put it into the air.
It will
What's
happen.
gonna
She manifested
Oxygen is
it.
going to mix with what is it?
Carbon dioxide.
Carbon dioxide.
But Nicole.
So we have reached the place of the game and the show, what we call
Truth.
Truth or shots.
All right.
Truth or shot? Okay, can we explain truth or shot? So,
Truth or
hello to
shots.
all of my people.
Hi.
Hi.
So the truth and shots is very simple. You say something that is almost unbelievable, and then we all vote. We don't debate.
Yeah.
We just vote. Get
So
straight to
everyone
the
don't go
point.
into some long
Yeah,
conversations.
just straight to the
Because
point.
homeboys there sleeping, so don't go into long conversations. So just vote, and then we if you are wrong, right, you get a shot.
Yeah.
If we are wrong,
We
get
take the
shots.
shot.
All right. So are we bomber clap ready for this, Ross? You guys gonna make me turn Jamaican?
It's a run.
Put this on the run.
I'm gonna do this one in
It's a
Jamaican
run.
accent.
It's a Raz. Raz,
Yeah, bomber
guys.
clap.
Get it.
We can get the.
Well, why get killing drink? They bomber clap. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
All
Man,
right.
go send and put in there. Sit you are sitting.
Party drink now.
We're talking Jamaican to you.
We're talking about Jamaican,
We
man.
never know that man you there.
You know, we try. You know, sometimes we put in with the mom.
Right.
Yeah, you know.
Aye, bomber class.
Bomba clap.
So we're gonna start. We're gonna get back to normal. We're gonna start We're gonna start with Tando because you're right there in the center of the left. All right.
Dun, 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 dun.
Okay.
2024 is what we're feeling about.
Okay, so let's go around the room. And what are we keeping and leaving?
Let's go for vibes to lives. Don't forget vibes to lives. Vibes to lives.
Oh, you sound like that guy from
Don't register it.
short one.
My love.
Yeah.
Leave my laugh.
All right.
Okay. I suffer from face blindness.
Eh? What does that mean? She can't
Face
see.
blindness. It's prosopagnosia, so I struggle with
The fact that you know what it's called
Oh
scientifically.
yeah.
He's very sure.
That's so true.
Oh, here's the class. Here's the class.
Wait, we gotta vote, guys, we gotta vote. We gotta vote. Do you think it's correct? Yes or no? You think it's correct?
She knows the scientific name. She's
I think that's right. Do you think it's right?
I think it's right. What do you mean
You think it's right, Nicole?
she's holding her glass. She's about to
She's down it. Down it.
Check your drink.
Can I please get the drink so I can pour it for her? Thank you so much, Warren.
Jesus Christ.
I am the first great granddaughter and the first girl in the generation in my family to ever graduate.
You don't believe it, Fatak?
Well, let's do it properly. Let's ask you a question. What are you saying? You're the first what?
Great granddaughter.
Okay. You're the first. How does that make you feel?
No, she doesn't believe it.
That's what I want to say. Wait. Let's say wait.
I say cab.
Wait. Because you end up getting a shot here. How do you make you feel?
Powerful.
Huh?
Powerful.
Who told you it was the first Greek?
No, we only have one.
Someone who feels
Who told you you were the first Greek?
Who told
Who told you were the first Greek?
I know. Cab. My boy Cab.
You know.
I know.
Someone
And
who
then what was
sits
the
in
second part
power.
of it? You were the first
No,
graduate.
Cab.
I'm the first. I'm the only.
It's a cab.
I'm the only
Yeah, wearing a cab.
female.
It's giving
To graduate.
cab.
All right, let's vote.
Vote.
Cabello, yes or no?
Vote.
I'll say no.
True or lie?
guys.
False.
I think.
Cab.
True.
I think true. What do you say? You say
She said cab, so false.
false.
Guys, it's true. I'm
Yeah.
the first great
Shots,
granddaughter.
guys.
No.
No, you guys don't believe in me graduating. That's why I'm guys are getting shots.
Great what?
I can't go. Fuck you guys.
Quickly,
I can't verify it. How do I verify that you're the first granddaughter?
Drink or not?
Drink it. Is that your shot?
Yeah, they were my shot.
Ma'am, and Jordan. Oh no, Jordan and I said it's true.
Yeah,
so,
exactly. So-
ma'am,
Cab.
This is
All right.
yours.
we believe in let's
Thank you guys. Thank you so much, guys. I am a powerhouse. You guys can see.
Nicole next is you. Nicole next is you. So you've got to come up.
Nicole, we need you to take your shot, man.
I want the DVD.
Yeah.
As a she.
Hey.
It's your
Okay,
turn.
Nicole, it's your turn.
Nicole is still thinking, can you come to her last? Can we do the other two people that
All right,
already
then
have
go-
opened
go-
the
Yeah,
go-
let's
go-
get straight to
I think
it.
she's ready.
Warren,
Oh, you ready?
Oh, you ready?
are you?
Are you ready?
Cabello?
It's yeah.
Me first?
Yeah. Where's my where's
Okay, so what's the most outrageous place you've had coitus?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Nicole.
Congrats to Jaffa.
I'm not gonna answer that question because I'm purely veggie.
No, let's go around the table. Let's go around. Okay, so the next round of shot or sip is this place legit or no?
Cabello?
Let's go.
No!
She really wants us to answer that one.
No,
I'm
we're
just
going around the
avoiding.
table.
is
The most outrageous place you have
Had
gone.
coitus.
I don't even know the language, right?
your
Your facts.
What is that?
What's that mean?
What
The
is
most outrageous place that you had sexual relations with.
You have
Yeah,
had.
on a plane.
And that's basic for tech. Next.
Con.
Warren, wait.
Your granny's room.
That's
And that's not
basic.
basic.
That's basic right there.
I think the phone used to charge.
Yeah, let the phone charge.
Yeah, let the phone charge. Let the phone charge.
Go for it again. Take that
Are
off.
we good? Okay.
Let's run.
So
So, yeah, guys, I have a picture.
Want her here again. I don't want you here again. Okay, Camila, let's go.
No, we don't care about that thing.
Yeah, so I have a picture at home with Brenda Fassi, and I was with Brenda Fassi.
It's the truth.
And I was actually posing.
Take it.
I haven't finished my
Take
sentence,
it.
you know.
Brenda,
And, yeah, I was
you must
posing.
get
I was
out.
posing in my underwear.
Yeah, because you're a baby. You were 3 years old.
I think, how did that happen? How you take a picture?
Yeah, you know, I just bumped into her actually.
Why were you in your underwear?
Yeah, you can't diluting the truth
Yeah, I just
now.
bumped
You must
into her.
fucking drink.
So,
Because
you know,
making
we were,
the truth a
you know,
lie.
we were just outside, and then, you know, I just bumped into her, and I was like,
No,
hey,
it's
So
false.
we're gonna vote. We're gonna vote.
Drink
We're gonna
together.
vote.
and yeah.
Drink.
Tango,
False.
yes or no? False.
No. You're found shaking my brother.
Oh,
No,
guys.
it started off as truth, and then he diluted it. Fuck you.
What do you
Drink.
think? What do you
False.
think? What do you think?
False. He started off as truth, and then he
I
diluted
think
it
it's false.
because he tried to be.
False?
False.
Guys, it's true.
There's no way.
I've got a
You
picture
can't
with
I'll take
Brenda
my shirt.
Fassi. I actually bumped into her, and we were at the beach. I was a bit younger, so I was swimming with my underwear.
Oh, it was
And we
I
did
need
take
to
a
see the
picture
picture.
together.
I wanna see the
Alright, let's do the shots then.
Do the shot.
Yes.
Producers should put it in. Let's do a shot then. Let's do a shot because we were wrong. We were wrong. I
don't believe the story,
Warren is next. She's going to show you proof. The proof is going to come on the show. Alright, thank you very much.
Where's the proof?
Alright, the proof.
where's the
Everybody has to have shots. You were wrong. Everyone was wrong.
All of y'all.
Proof is in the pot and the pudding.
Alright then.
Proof.
Who's
You were also
next?
wrong.
Cheers to losers. To being losers.
Alright, to Alright,
tell me.
I got
Oh, yeah, mine is
That
empty.
story is unbelievable though.
Shit.
Yeah. Oh, cheers.
To losers.
Cheers, Warren.
Why are you guys drinking?
Yeah.
You have no decorum.
Cool.
Jesus.
Losers.
Warren, your
Let's
turn.
get in this. Let's get into it.
Jesus Christ, what kind of shots is that?
It's nice, no?
It's alright.
It's alright.
Found them.
I just want everyone to know that I got kidnapped for the entire day. They said my interview was at 11:30. I'm here at fucking 8:30 p.m.
Can I just say something?
Wait.
Warren?
Let them just finish.
That's what she says. Continue.
Warren, please read your.
Jordan, no, guys.
So,
Warren, we hear Warren.
I actually shared a VIP section with Slick Talk.
Who's
And-
TikTok?
Who's Slick
It's a
Talk,
TikTok
dog?
cousin.
Slick Talk, the guy who had a fight with Casper Neves,
Who's that?
right? The guy from I think he's from Dublin.
No, that's true.
No, Warren, that's true.
What?
Whatever that is true. It's true. Yeah, that's true. Warren, it's true.
You just asked the question.
No, it's true. Gabelo,
Did he even finish his
he
sentence?
shared a VIP section with Slick Talk.
And
That's
what-
TikTok's cousin. What do you have to say?
Wait, TikTok's
That's
cousin.
what Jordan said.
Oh, okay. I think it's true.
Okay.
Yeah, it's true.
No, but I don't know this guy. That's what I said because his name
No,
sounded like
just
TikTok.
Yeah.
So
I
how
think
did you meet Sleepwalk?
So we were like I was actually chilling in the VIP section
As you
because I had an
do.
event.
As you do.
You know, like
As you do, yeah.
very
I've
important
got
people,
such a juicy
guys.
story.
That's what we
I
do.
want to destroy my brand.
So I was just like chilling in the VIP section, right? I was actually having like a bottle of.
Was Slick
Smirnoff.
trying to get Slick with his rock?
No, Slick Talk. The problem is he's always got nonsense to say, so he was talking nonsense again that day. You know, like that's what he does. And then he actually walked up to me and he's like, "Hey, wait, I've seen you somewhere." I'm like, "Nah, bro, no way."
It's true. It's true.
What?
It's true. It's true.
So,
you guys-
all right. So you're saying true.
Yeah, true.
Say
True on my side, true.
Drinking.
You're saying
No.
true.
So ask everyone who's drinking. So this is the story. Tell the story.
Yes. So I met Slick Talk in the VIP section.
We don't know who Slick Talk is, by the way.
We know, guys.
But we know it's
Okay.
for the youth.
Yeah.
We
For
know.
the Generation X.
Sorry, we
Sorry,
know.
guys.
We
Sorry.
know. Yeah.
It's
Sorry,
TikTok's cousin.
Wait,
So-
yeah.
Yeah, I met Slick Talk in the VIP.
Are you praying for all of us?
Yeah, I'm busy pouring for you guys.
So we already know the answer.
He came to me.
It's
Bloody hell.
It's false.
Bloody hell.
It's
Bloody
false.
hell.
Bloody hell.
Jesus Christ, Warren.
Bring it now. Come on.
So
Okay, whatever.
So, all right, let's vote.
Yeah, so we already
Camilla, what are we
said yes,
saying?
isn't it?
I need a picture of
Because I can
TikTok
see it's
so I
already-
can
Camilla, what are
verify
we
this.
saying?
Fuck you guys, I need a picture. I need
Yes
a
or
picture.
no? Just say yes or
I need
no.
a picture. I don't know
Alright.
who Slick Talk is.
Tanda.
I need a picture.
I say yes.
Yes, Tanda. Lexa.
You call me Tando, sir.
It's all right. It's all right.
Tanda.
I think it's true.
It's true.
Yeah,
All
yes,
right.
it's true.
I need a picture before I decide.
You gotta say.
Guys,
Oh,
we-
he's giving us.
He didn't even vote. Jordan didn't even vote.
I think it's the truth because with a name like Slick Talk or Clock, you're definitely gonna go.
Enjoy,
Alright,
guys.
so what's the verdict?
No, that's false.
Bitch, I said it's false. Fuck you.
It's so false. It's not even funny.
Wait, can the camera zoom that in?
Here we go.
False.
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 I said
What I
false.
said?
Cap, drink your drink,
I
bitch.
love that
Drink your
shit.
drink. I said it's
I
false.
love that.
Fuck you. I said
No,
cheers.
it's right.
To the losers. To the losers. To the losers.
Congrats.
Yeah, they're drinking calm. Bastards.
Alright, I'm gonna do a final one here. Very
Yeah.
simple. Yeah.
No, I haven't done anything.
Have you? Oh, you're gone. You're gonna do
No, to yours. To yours.
The year was 1999. It was the
It's
1st of July. I'm not even
Guys, no, let him land.
Bomba!
Bomba
The
clap.
1st of July, 1999.
It was the 1st of September.
Ah, Nicole.
Anyway, it's my birthday, obviously.
Birthday.
First off.
So there's
July.
2 lies because his birthday is not on the 1st of July.
1st of July.
Oh, no. It is.
It is. You didn't say
So it's
it.
1st of July. It's 1st of July. Dong. So what happened was
What happened was
a friend of mine said, I've got a special present for you. And we went to the O2. It's like one of the biggest arenas in London. We went backstage.
O2 Arena. Yeah,
O2
yeah.
Arena, you know O2 Arena.
YouTube.
So backstage, after this performance, I met Michael Jackson.
What year?
It's
1999.
Michael Jackson comes
Please Google.
in.
Google!
I'm not Google. Listen to the story. Michael walks in and they introduce him to everybody. He's greeting. He comes to me. I said, he says, what's your name? I said, my name is Jordan. He says, oh, like Michael Jordan. I'm like, oh shit, man, that's funny.
Yeah, that's true. The way you're telling the
then,
story, it's who you are. It's true.
At the end of the day, I was one of the most amazing moments in my life.
It's
True or false?
true.
I'm gonna say false.
Why am I saying false?
Nah, I'm saying false.
Yeah. Why am I saying
Nah, I'm saying
yeah,
false.
false. False.
Nicole.
What?
Nicole!
Nicole is running away.
You got to vote!
You got
say
the
false.
ball.
That's
You
the
say.
vote!
False.
Yes, but you said true.
True. I said
Yeah, you said true.
Why does
We
he
said
use
false.
the word
You're true?
true?
I say false.
False?
No, you
False.
How did he say it?
True or false? That's what he said.
How did Michael Jackson say?
Oh, no, it
False.
Okay.
was false.
Warren, let's go.
I met Michael Jackson. One person I've always wanted to meet. I went to meet Michael back in the day, but I've never met Michael in my life.
Like, he's like, yeah,
You're a
Michael.
loser.
I hear you.
Michael
and you know what?
Jordan. He was
I
like,
believe you.
Michael Jordan. I was like,
You know what I
Michael
believe you.
Jordan.
That was real.
That was a giveaway, actually. That was a
I
giveaway.
should have said too much.
Yeah, that was a
I should have
giveaway.
kept it
You know what
short.
happened to you?
Yeah,
Let's
you were like, you just went backstage and you met Michael Jackson and it was like, oh, Jordan. And
I
that's
should
I'm
learn from
starting with
Tana
the
how
man
to
in the
lie.
mirror. I'm starting with the man in the mirror.
All right.
All right.
It's you closing off the show.
Nicole, you're closing up the show. Make a bomber clock out of this straight.
Okay.
Bomba clap.
Okay, you have to hold this.
How about holding it straight to your face?
Yeah.
All right then.
Okay, so it was my 21st birthday.
Okay, you're already lying.
It's already true. Yeah.
She was stuttering on the 21st.
So they got me a Magnum. Like
Yes,
when you're
okay.
21, you have a Magnum. Champagne.
Magnum. There's a Magnum called
21.
Champagne. Moet Champagne.
Oh, Moet. Okay, yeah.
Your sister in Christ said, come on, baby, you drink it. And it's Riri days, right? It's like it's Riri
Yes,
days.
yeah.
So, yeah. Bad bitch.
Yes, definitely.
Woo!
What happened?
The baddest nigga at the time
was the baddest. Like, if you guys know from high school, like who the cap, like not even cap, like who the pinnacle of niggas are. The pinnacle.
You won't mention his name?
Zero.
Okay.
Okay.
His name was Zero?
Yeah, his name was Zero.
Let's assume it's
Yeah.
So we do the 21st, we do the whole thing. Great. We said Nyowa on their bonnet.
Oh,
Okay, that's true.
that's true.
True.
on the bonnet.
100%.
That's true.
Can I prepare a drink for you?
Yeah,
Actually, you
You
the bottle for us.
It goes
so
much.
that's true. 100% facts.
You gave it up by saying
Yeah.
Nyoba.
Yeah. If you said it in English,
She didn't want to say the name. That's how I know it's true.
I say it's true. I say it's true.
100% true.
Okay, so go around the table. What's your feet level?
Was it true or false?
It's true.
I say true.
I say true.
There's your...
Nicole is lying. Nicole, take
The
a shot.
shot is ready.
The life is over, so have your
Yeah,
shot.
take a shot.
Whoever you are, let us You need your name, my brother. No,
She had to say false for the live, guys. She had to say false for the live.
For the brand. But we don't know who this guy is.
The guy's name is Bonnet.
No, to whoever you are,
Literally,
zero.
it was the talk of Samson the whole year. Literally, like Nikki got fucked on about it.
Wow.
So it's true then.
Yes,
Yeah,
she
it's
just
true.
admitted it.
No, the false was
All right, it's all right.
First episode.
Come on. Third episode of 2024.
First episode of 2024.
That's
Oh,
what
back.
I'm saying. 8 was an amazing show, and Nicole.
I want to go around the table.
Yes.
And I believe in first fruits. I believe in intention. So I want for us to go around the table and say, this is what I am committing for myself. We don't know what the 31st looks like. But what I'd like to see for myself is this person.
Okay.
So this is what I'm willing to do to get to that person, Yadi 31st.
Okay.
Because we're sitting here.
Definitely, I think that's a good idea.
You know what I mean?
That's like a last word
Let's
thing.
close it off, yeah.
That's like a last word
You
thing.
said
isn't it?
spiritual.
That's the last word thing. So, I mean, for me, commit myself to being a much more better person than I was in 2023, to help more, because I think to who's given more is desired from. You have to put more into the world, and to connect more with God in a massive way so that you're much more spiritual. Reason why? Because the more spiritual you are, the more you're able to handle yourself in what we call this domain that we call world. So that's what I commit myself to, just get really deep into that.
Warren?
That's beautiful.
Myself, I definitely commit myself to. So as I said earlier, I actually unlearned a lot of things this year, and some of the things.
Last year, correct.
Sorry, I get that. It's a new year.
Yeah, New Year, you
I find it
know.
hard to move on.
Oh, no.
I find it hard to
We're
move
still
on.
stuck in 2023.
But it's all right. It's all right. So some of the things that I actually learned is that I tend to overread into situations, and that's some of the things that I want to leave in 2023, because of the fact that I can become an angry person over thinking that someone spoke about me where they actually didn't. So for me, that's my
Minor
biggest
things, yeah.
challenge that I'm overcoming in 2024
It's in the mind, by
and
the way.
living in 2023.
Yeah.
And definitely just I'm committing to be a lot more happier than I previously was, you know? Like just inner happiness, that's the main goal. That's the main goal for 2024, inner
Just
happiness.
allow life to life.
Bro, let life live.
Wow,
KB.
that's beautiful, guys. Yeah. So on my end, I'm committing myself to increased knowledge. I need to expand. I know that there's so much that I need to learn, and the gap is still so huge. And the fact that I don't know about certain things places a setback in my life, so, and regardless of whether, whatever excuse I can give to the fact that why I don't know something, it's ignorance to the universe.
Yo.
So I need to, really just overcome that. And just expand my knowledge base, read more, watch more videos, just place myself in a position to just grow more quickly, even much quicker, and then from there, man, that's what I want to see at the end is just, a totally improved me.
Period.
Respect, bro.
Hello?
So for me, I want to commit to leaving all my worries, leaving all my anxiety, leaving everything that bothers me, because it's very detrimental to every single aspect of my life. You understand? I might think that no, I might be able to, cut it out and whatnot, but just learning the art of deleting, basically. Fully deleting on my side. And 2024, we are standing on business, just to keep it short. We are standing on business. If you know what that means, you know exactly what I'm talking about. We are standing on business. So I'm just gonna keep it brief. Standing on business this year. Let's go. Let's go.
I am committing to actually growing closer to God. I am committing to accepting my flaws. I am committing to understanding that I am built for success. I am built for success.
Amen.
I know I am. So it's time for me
And reaffirm
to
that
change
for
my
you.
mindset and realize that I am built for better. And I am committing myself to understanding that as young as I may be, I have a chance to change the world. I do.
100%.
And the last thing that I'm committing myself to is committing to loving myself more. I feel like that's what we put as human beings last, and we try to make sure that everybody's satisfied. I'm satisfying myself this year. That's who I am putting first in line. And what did you say?
That's correct.
What did you say?
You are satisfying yourself.
I am on my not in that context. Not in that context.
She's a DJ.
You're a bad girl. Yeah, that girl. Yeah, that girl. But yeah, just in conclusion, I am bettering myself. I am bettering myself for myself. And I am just from within, from outside, from every point of view, I am just learning to better myself as a human being. And I'm allowing myself to enjoy the human experience.
Oh, that's
Yes.
beautiful.
That's it.
That's so beautiful.
Nicole.
You are
So Nicole, it's your turn now. It's your turn. Yeah. Right. As you do.
Okay, so 2023 has taught me so much. I spent the most part of the entire year in court defending my child and defending my position. But the lessons that came from that is your voice is important. I didn't hire a lawyer because I didn't have money.
Wow.
I didn't hire anyone because I was not in the financial position to do that. But the grace of God carried me
Yes.
and said, you are enough. You are substantial. And beyond my child's father spending as much as he did with a lawyer, I was alone. And it gave the story of when Paul, I think, was in the court in Rome
Yes.
as himself,
100%.
pleading his case.
100%.
But the grace was there.
Absolutely.
It's always there.
Always.
And for us to walk with our grace and our ancestors and our people, number one, we are enough. We are enough. We are fucking powerful. And don't let anyone tell you that you're not. The power of the tongue, whatever you wake up believing and saying. I used to wake up thinking, and I used to say this, fuck my life, cancel that.
Yes.
And I used to say, I hate myself, I hate this.
Yes.
Cancel that. The experience that we are here for a brief period, it's so brief. Anyone, there's like a ticker. Like we don't know what the day is. We don't know what the day is. I could be gone now. I could be gone. But what does this define about you, and what have you left behind for others to hear, see? And it's not about ego. So for me, it's about, I love love.
I absolutely love love.
Same.
And the expression about love is not about loving you because I don't love myself. I love you because I love you. And beyond the potential of me trying to change what your scars are, because we can love in a plaster form and then create plaster Paris over your wounds because we want to change you to be our force fit. We can't do that. So your partners for this year are here to train you about what you see in them. And that's the balance we spoke about last year as partners, Adam and Eve, Apple, right? Your partner is going to show you something about yourself that you need to work on.
Yes.
I can't cancel you.
That's true.
Point in case.
Yes.
I can't cancel you, but I'm committed to loving you through.
Exactly.
The whole journey.
Loving you
That's
through.
powerful.
Number one. Number two, the love that you have for yourself supersedes anything that is placed in the world. But
110%.
you have to come to that conclusion when you stay at home and say, I don't have money to go out.
Yes.
When you say, I'm just going to have the salt bath, bitch, because this is what I need. Fuck everyone else because I choose it myself because I need to sleep and rest. And you're not choosing other pleasures or human things because I need to replenish my soul.
Yes.
Further to that, Kanye West, my love,
Oh God.
when we meet, my angel,
We will be there.
I personally will be there. I don't know about everyone else.
with the lobola.
Yes. You know what the border is, right, Jordan?
He's gonna do the negotiation.
He's in police. He's in police.
He's stepping in his Tulsa era.
Tanasami,
Let the message come.
Kanye, yabona.
Can you see it?
Come home,
Wow.
We are Kodola.
Come home, baby, come home. Because it's cold, Tanasami.
And it's not cold.
It's cold, Masimba. It's
Thank you so much for watching. Thank you.
So just to wrap up, can I just say special thanks to Nicole Watson. It was a fantastic, powerful episode 3 of
Come on,
the
Kanye.
Banter show. And look, what I got to say to you guys, see, we're always laughing, we're still laughing in the show, so look after yourselves and each other, and God bless you guys.
And Happy New
Whoa. Let me give you guys the keys to the kingdom. So the first fruits of planting is you give God your first and your best. So umnigelo is whatever your paycheck said. So your 13th check was supposed to go to God, by the way. Yes. 10% of that 13th check was supposed to go to God. So if you're fasting this January or whenever, choose a month. Give him your first and best and open up the heavens.
Definitely.
Period.
Amazing.
We are winning this year. Fuck! 2023 and pasta! Thank you so much for watching the
Happy New Year. Fantastic.
That was episode 3 of the Debated podcast. Make sure you subscribe, share, and tell a friend to tell a friend about the Debated podcast on YouTube and on VooVix TV. Sign up on www.voovixtv.com.